Okay. Let's see how this is going. Folks. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Are we live? Yes, we are. Are we live? Bum-bum. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yes, we are. Okay, just gotta let your Twitter know. Are we live? Okay, that's a little weird. Twitter no. Are we live? Ba-ba-dum, ba-bum. Ba-ba-dum, ba-bum. Ba-ba-dum, ba-bum. I always make it to these events by the skin of my teeth. So, yeah, probably should have had some of this stuff already planned. Gonna give it a little bit of a moment, because I'm not sure. I don't want to start drawing a little bit until at least one person comes around. Luckily, no one's here around to see right now to see my tomfoolery. Okay, I'm gonna get a drink of water then. A lot of people actually showed up last time, and it was just like, that was so sweet. It was like really, really, really sweet. So yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna give it a moment, and okie poke. Bum ba dum bum bum ba ba dum bum bum. Hopefully a few people will be able to show up today. I know I asked my friend. Let people on Twitter know. Because if not, I'll be here alone. I'll give her a few minutes. Yeah, delicious water. One is the loneliest number that you ever did see. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I ended up finishing making all of these playlists, and it took a long time, but I finally finished. Well, I haven't finished with my Christmas playlist yet. I still got like about half the amount of songs to add, so about 140 more to go. Cause that's what I have. I have a lot of playlists with a lot of music, and they certainly are. It certainly is a lot. Okay, I'm gonna start drawing in about 5 seconds. There we go. Plugged in my phone so that way I don't have to worry about that this time. And I got more comfy headphones on, because my headphones last time I used my professional streaming headphones, I don't know why, because I wasn't using the microphone in them, because I have my new microphone and I'm using that. So I don't know why I was using them outside the fact that maybe it made me look more professional. But they're heavy. They're heavy, so I'm not gonna use those unless like I have to. Just a little thing to break the ice. Okay, I'm gonna start drawing. And this time, I'm aware that OBS is set to only capture clipstudiopaint once it's opened. So, this time, we are going to do that. We're going to go in with that knowledge. I got a whole bunch of, you can't see right here, so I'm going to click right here. Got a whole bunch of drawings planned, like, for real, for real. Wait, I gotta find, where's my GOSICK picture? Where is my GOSICK picture? Somewhere around here. I should have probably got this all set up ahead of time. See, there's Cat on the Moon. There it is. Everything got rearranged because of the way that my okay, now for some music, because I actually didn't get any live claims on like my, make sure this is all the way down as much as possible because I don't want to burn anyone's ears out. This wasn't actually that, my music froze. Okay, let's see. I'm feeling in the mood for listening to some more kind of creepy music. Not creepy music, but more darker music. So I'm going to start here. This isn't a dark song, but it's going to lead into it. La 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 la. Once again, for those who are not aware, all this music playing in the background is YouTube safe. Well, not YouTube safe, but it's safe for me because people allow you to use this music as long as you're not making money off it. I'm not making money off this stream, so yeah. Wait, I saw it and I looked at it and I still opened up the wrong folder. I opened up my Spikes family folder. I'm looking for my GOSICK folder. I'm bad at finding things today. I had to rush so much to get up this morning because it's just like I'm not feeling it. But luckily, I am drawing Kujo today from GOSICK. So yeah, last week for live streaming, I ended up drawing Victorique, and she was a little bit harder because, you know, she's got all that hair and all the frills. This time it's Kujo. So it's gonna be a lot more simpler, hopefully. I always say that, but then it's like it's a little bit harder, and I don't get it. But it's like, you never know. You never know when something might be a little bit more harder than you think. Okay. That's why I like to never go into assume things. What the? I gotta, 1 second. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I've noticed something that's wrong. And I gotta check that in. No one's here yet anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. I'm hoping people do show up because it will just be pathetic if I'm talking to myself. I mean, yeah, what's wrong if I say I hope people show up? Yeah, it's still there. Okay, I don't know. A random song just ended up in my file, my art file. I don't know what it was doing there, or I guess it was a stray sheep. A stray sheep that's gone stray. No, like I said, I know at least one person will show up. My friend. Well, oh. I know at least one of my friends will show up. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. I got so many characters. I know you can't see them because of the way it's set up. But I got a lot of characters set up in my official reference sheet. And I don't even like half the shows. I just save them because they're make for nice reference sheets. And sometimes I like to get inspirations of what reference sheets require. Obviously these aren't quite this. These are reference sheets more for the. I feel like these are reference sheets more for the sake of the viewers. And not for the sake, I mean, you know, the people who look at the art books and stuff like that. Not for the sake of the actual... Wait, do I not? No, I don't. Okay. The only Kujo I got is from JoJo, and I don't even know who that is. So we're gonna fix that. Okay. I wrote cuckoo. He doesn't die. Why does that always come up when you're looking up Google? It's like when you're typing in, like, I don't know, example, castle. You type in what episode does this character die? And it was like, that character didn't die in that castle? Why are you saying that? Google? Why do people Google that? Okay. I'm doing things a little bit differently than I normally do when I draw. So, like, for example, I usually let no one see my side things, or at least I try to make sure no one's seeing them, but this time I'm deliberately putting them in the side tab so that way you guys can see them. Oh wait, did I let... Oh my goodness, I just realized. No, I don't want to do that. I don't know what's wrong with Instagram now, but it's not letting me, like... I can't, like, do things now. Certain things. Like, when I want to share something to my stories, it just directly takes me to the messenger. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, people. I'll be like that one president who's like, please clap. Oh! Hi, Ray Kitty! Okay, good. Someone's here. Someone's here. I'm desperate. Okay. Anyway. If you haven't heard the intro, I'm just getting everything set up. Got a little bit of a late start. I mean, I started right on time, but I was really rushing. Hopefully I didn't burst your ear out when I said hi. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for coming. Okay, let's see, what's the name of this? Right now, you can't see it because of the way my camera's set up, but this time I'm aware my camera is set up in that way, so hopefully it won't be that bad. But I am getting my reference sheets for Kujo ready because I realized I don't have any reference sheets for Kujo saved, which is weird. I usually have that stuff saved. I hope you are doing well, right, kitty? Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being here. It means a lot. One of my friends on Twitter couldn't catch the live stream, and they went back and they watched it all, and I'm like, my goodness, that is so sweet. And like another friend of mine said, oh, she won't be able to show up today, but she was like, oh, I'll watch it later. And I'm like, really? Really? That's so sweet. I actually, to be honest, I actually cry a little bit that people say that. And I don't, it's like, that's like really, man. Thank you. Anyway, this will probably be my last live stream for this illustration, so if you guys want to see me finish this illustration, then you'll have to wait until the speed paint comes out. But I couldn't finish this without drawing Kujo. It just felt weird. So gonna draw Kujo today, and I'm gonna be drawing him in his travel outfit since I ended up drawing Victorique in her travel outfit. And I think that was the end factor in me picking out this outfit, because a lot of people ended up picking this outfit because they like the flow of the dress and stuff. Oops, wrong one. And so that was one reason, but another reason why I really wanted to do this one because I wanted to draw Kujo in his outfit. I need to rewatch this anime. I got so many things that I want to watch, and I haven't gotten around to any of them. I know, like, okay, let's see if this is right. No, it's a little straight. Okay, there we go. Okay, now I'm gonna get into the drawing. Anyway, a lot of people, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Fifth Element is free on YouTube right now, and I want to watch that before it's not free. And that reference was great, Belle. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, it's gonna be a good reference because it does show his outfit a lot, pretty good, and it just looks funny. So that's nice. That's funny. Anyway. I want to watch The Fifth Element. Well, it's free on YouTube. I think there was a couple other things that were free on YouTube, so I want to watch those. But right now, I'm finishing the Hunger Games novel audiobook because I am going to see it next week. And hopefully, I'm really actually starting to get more angry as I listen to the Hunger Games because I'm actually liking the novel. I thought it might be, because it's like anytime a sequel comes out, you can never tell if this is gonna be like a cash grab. So it's like, it's like, is this person gonna be good, or is it gonna be losing its touch? I mean, it's different than a book though. I mean, it's different when it's a book though. So at the same hand, I wanted to give it a fair shot because it's like, with the movie, I was like, oh, this seems kind of like this just seems like, because that's all they're doing right now is in Hollywood, is making remakes, sequels, and superhero movies. That's all they're doing. Stuff that they know is safe. But, I think that might be changing up now because they're not that safe. But, so because of that, I wasn't sure about seeing The Hunger Games, but the book The book is so far really, the sequel book, Ballad of Songs and Snakes and Songbirds, it was really good. When I was listening to it one time, I was listening to it around my mom, and she kind of made this weird face, like, what did they say? And I'm like, I was going back in my head thinking, okay, what did they say? What did they say? Well, it wasn't a cuss word. My mom doesn't like hearing cuss words, so it was like, was that? And it's like, no, there's no language in this book really outside of the Hell and Damn. And just like, and I was thinking, like, what could they say? What was, like, nothing was gruesome here. It wasn't one of the gruesome scenes where someone was being tortured, but then it was like, oh, I know what they mentioned. They mentioned snakes! My mom hates snakes. I'm not fond of them either, but my mom can't even stand the mention of them. And so because of that, she's like, to me that is a cuss word. It's just funny. Anyway, so because of that, like I said, I'm getting actually actively mad because I feel like the book... Oh, hi Mayu! I'm so glad you were able to show up! Did you have a nice lunch? Anyway, the book is actually good. The book is good. But I'm not sure if the movie will be because of Rachel Seglail. She's actually part Polish. Anyway, enough of talking about the Hunger Games. Right Kitty says, I rewatched GOSICK like a year ago and I still cried like a housewife watching soap operas. Yeah, I need to rewatch it. Like I said, I've got so many things. Oh, well, I didn't eat yet, but it's in... stupid heart emoji, it's in the way. I can't see, I'll wait till it pops up. Anyway, okay, so you haven't ate yet. Well, I hope my live stream, you're not stopping your lunch just to watch my live stream. But anyway, I got a lot of things to watch, so I haven't gotten around. I haven't gotten around to rewatching GOSICK. I recently rewatched one anime. I need to watch Spy X Family, that's what I need to do. But I watched that with my brother at night, and so far we've been watching Tron Legacy, because I actually really do enjoy that movie. I'm not big on the first one, I need to rewatch it, but I like Tron Legacy a lot, actually. Like, a lot. I know a lot of people say it sucks. I do like it, though. And, we've been watching Shaolin Showdown, which is really fun. Oh, it's in the oven, so I have time. Okay, cool. Sounds yummy, whatever it is. Oven food always sounds more better than normal food. Anyway, I'm on the second season of Spy X Family. Yeah, I know. I know the second season's out. I haven't gotten to watching it. I'm seeing clips though. I haven't clicked any of the clips though yet. But I've seen clips posted on like Crunchyroll's, because I'm subscribed to them for, anime news and stuff. And I'm like, I really want to start watching this. But anyway. Okay. Now to get to the main issue at hand. One of my biggest pet peeves in GOSICK is how they constantly say Kujo's hair is black, and it's not black. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Does this look like black hair to you? No, that's not. This is... Oh, right? He says, I like Tron Legacy too. Oh, that's good. We got another Tron Legacy fan in here. Anyway, does this look black to you? No, it's not. It's brown, and I hate that. I hate it when someone says a character has black hair, and it's not black. It will either be brown, green, purple, or blue. Sometimes it's or light gray. The one I probably get the least annoyed with is dark blue, because one, I've seen black hair with like blue tint. It's more common like Asia and like East Asia and stuff like that. So I have seen that. And then also, blue's my favorite color, so I'm gonna be the least mad about that. But for the most part, I like pitch black jet hair. I know, like, in real life, it's not like there'll always be hair with a tint of color to it, like brown, red, blue. But, I mean, come on, people. This is anime. You can give me pitch black hair. Like Homura Kemi from Madoka Magica, she has black hair. But sometimes they draw it like purple. I'm like, she doesn't have purple hair, she's got black. I agree. Shading is brighter in the opening, but yeah, it's very dark brown. Yeah, well, that is true. In the opening, it's even more lighter. So yeah, I did probably bring up a wrong picture. This is a better picture. This one. It's better because he's being drilled in the head. But no, like, brown. It's not even close. It's like, if it's to be black to be remotely considered black, it has to be around here. Not here. But whatever. Joker from Persona 5. He's got black hair. Like God intended. When people say black hair, that's what I mean. I mean, like I said, you gotta put a little bit of tint to it because it makes it interesting. But anyway, that's like my biggest pet peeve. Oh wait. Ah! Oh wait. Oh my goodness. I'm not using the right pen. Crepe. Okay, we're starting over. We're starting over from scratch. Okay, see, this is why Kujo is gonna take a little bit longer. So he should. Okay, was fun. Ah! If anyone knows what that was, just a second ago, I'm looking up my old stream from last week because I forgot what pen I used. Okay. This is why I shouldn't. Okay. I ended up using this one, which is that one. Okay, there we go. That's the one I used. Okay, I gotta figure it out now. I ended up using this one, which is what I thought I ended up using. So, Kujo, line art, Electric Boogaloo. I absolutely adore fashion from, all the way from the 1800s, I mean the late 1800s to the, probably the early mid 1900s. I absolutely adore fashion like that. Okay, seems like I had the pen set to 5. Maybe this time my brother will actually show up. I was so nervous last night because my brother was like going down into the city to see a concert and he was staying out really late, so I was like, don't come back, Dad. We don't go into the city that much as a family, so, and especially not as alone, so this is like the first time. So, yeah. Anyway, he's back, though. It's like, nothing can happen to you. You're my ride to the Hunger Games. Right Kitty says, alright, I am working on gin pieces with gin piece with watch your screen now. Oh. Oh, while watching your stream now. Oh, cool. Like I said, I don't have a secondary monitor. So because of that, I have to use my phone as my secondary monitor. It works great, but there's that giant heart emoji right there where you can give a heart to the stream, I guess. And, it's in the way. Sometimes. Anyway, that's cool. Glad you guys are all chilling. I hope all of you two have both been doing well. I can't get like, see, this is the problem with me. Outfits like these, they're harder because of the obvious reasons. Got all the frills and ruffles and stuff and things that I'm just now noticing that are wrong in this. But this one, it's simpler, but because it's simpler, I end up stressing out on the more simpler things. Okay, first of all, I just realized I didn't raster size this, so that's a problem. I gotta raster size that. Second of all, I'm just gonna. One reason why is because I didn't draw the line art. One of the people on Twitter who rewatched the stream, she was surprised of how little of a sketch I actually start off with. And I'm like, it really depends, to be honest. Sometimes I start out with a big sketch, and I'll even have like an under sketch and stuff like that. And then other times I won't. It actually, like I said, it really depends, because I actually had a time where I was actually doing that more, where I make an under sketch. But usually what happens is I end up being in a rush because of some reason, because I want to get the drawing out, but I don't want to rush. So because of that, I skip the under sketch, and it's probably not a good thing. I should probably reserve time for the under sketch. I mean, I always have like a little bit of a sketch, but like some people even put like color on their under sketch. And that it does help. I'm not gonna lie. But I think it's also another thing. Is like it depends on how complicated the drawing is. But at the same time, even with the simplest drawing, it still helps because it can help you figure out where the lighting is. Like, I'm not a good artist. I don't follow the rules. And there are rules, but I don't follow any of them. I'm a rebel. Or an idiot. One of the two. Prepare for my attack. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing that. No one wants to hear that. Like I said, I probably won't be able to stream again for a while. Maybe not till next year. I just realized I gave Kujo a giraffe neck. Gonna see if I can fix that. But maybe it won't be until next year. Or maybe it might be sooner. I don't know. Oh. Gotta keep that hidden. One thing I love more about clipstudiopaint than Sai, I haven't used Sai in such a long time, is the ability to move multiple layers at once as long as you pin them. You can pin layers at Sai, but you can't to move them both at once, I'm pretty sure. But you can't, oh. No wonder. You can't, cut them and move them. So like with Kujo, I can actually cut the layer and move it. But you can't do that inside. One thing though, I will forever praise painttoolsai for having better is easier bucket tool fills. Like, I still haven't quite got the bucket tool here figured out, like, at all. And I know it's not just me. A lot of people have had trouble, so it's not a total me thing. It's not me just being a sheep and being unable to figure out things. It's hard. And it's not like, I don't want to say the bucket tool is better in clipstudiopaint than it is, I am better in painttoolsai than clipstudiopaint, because I'm sure the one in clipstudiopaint is fine. It's just that, it's a little bit harder to get it fine. It's harder to figure out. Painttoolsai is very easier. For the most part, I've been doing my bucket filling now. When I first started, I used to do like the sketch and the bucket filling in painttoolsai. But then I started learning how to do it in clip more better because I didn't feel like converting, because I had to convert my file to a PNG, to a PSD, and then so that way it can be opened up in both things. But I like the clip file, and I like the same way I like the Sai file if I'm working in Sai. So because of that, I didn't want to keep going back and forth, because I didn't want to have to keep on converting them. But the problem was that I ended up not using it that much. So it ended up I ended up just using this one, and so sometimes it's not as smooth as it was. But for one time recently, so like I said, I used to go back and forth between them, but then I stopped because I didn't want to keep on converting my file, and I just started using the program that I would be using within the drawing, which most of the time clipstudiopaint now. But like for one time recently, I went back to doing that again. I think it was for Masato's reference sheet that I just finished for her new outfit. It was so much easier. Right, Kitty says bucket tool is a double-edged sword. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yes, indeed. But it is a lot easier when it works. I'm not a painter when I'm doing this, because I know like artists like Ross Draws, they don't have like line art and fill it in. They just, layer it up. And that's so cool. I've tried to do that, and I can't. I can do it, like, if we're talking traditionally, I can do it that way. But even traditionally, it's still easier for me to do with line art. And I just also like the way it looks. Okay, might as well start up a little bit of a conversation. When I know both of you two draw, so when drawing, what do you think the most hardest thing for you guys to do is? Line art, coloring, figuring out how to finish up the drawing with like effects? For me, I think it always depends on the drawing. It always just like, I never know 100% what it'll be. Usually it's the line art that's the most annoying, but sometimes I have fun with the line art. And coloring, which is usually the most funnest, can be annoying if I do got long hair. So if I'm doing like long hair, it's not that fun. But it looks great when it's done. I actually like doing the line art for long hair better. Because some things actually like, oh, this looks so beautiful in the line art, and then when I'm coloring it, well, it's like, well, that doesn't look exactly how I wanted it to be. It's all about getting the line art. And I gotta Okay, I can move this sketch up here because the background keeps throwing me off. And I just realized I'm using dark blue line art, so I gotta fix that. If I was gonna use any color for Kujo's line art, it would be brown. Because he's got a lot of brown in his, oh, that just looks weird. There we go. Now, I don't think I gave him enough bangs. I don't want him to look like the shaggy dog, but at the same time, I don't want him to look totally foreign. And I'm using dark blue again. There we go. Okay. Okay, this time I stopped myself. I am not using the black dark blue anymore. I like the anime and how it draws Kujo because it has the nice balance of softness to his look, but he doesn't look like a girl. Sometimes I hate that when it's like, it's a boy, why does he look like a girl? Especially if it's gonna be a romance anime. I don't want, in the anime, Romeo x Juliet, one of my favorites, when Juliet's disguised as a boy, I get thrown off because it's like, well, at least in that one, she's purposely disguised as a boy, so it makes sense, but it's like, okay, you're supposed to be a girl, and you're with Romeo right now, and you're making me feel like I'm watching a boy love anime. Which... it'll only be a little bit longer and then this song will be over. I'm not sure if people are enjoying the music or not. I just know I need something when I draw. I need music. Okay, so his ears aren't completely visible by his hair. They actually quite show up a lot. No, yeah, I got that wrong. Sometimes I'm like, did I get that right? And I'm like, I feel around my body and I'm like, nope. Mai says, sorry for being so quiet. I went to sleep really late and I think I'm getting too old for that, but I really enjoy hearing you talk. Oh, well, that's okay. That's okay. I'm still glad you guys are both here. nothing wrong with a little quiet stream. And if you guys are enjoying me ramble and live stream, then hey, I appreciate that. But you are not required to speak. Some people I know just like watching live drawing. So yeah. But I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna watch GOSICK later. Or I don't know. I wanna watch it. But I really need to finish Hunger Games. I got about 4 hours left on it. It's like, okay, we can do it. Let's do it. Okay. I need to put just the amount of right wrinkles into this outfit because I can't have it look like a baggy mess, but I don't want it to look stiff. That was my problem with my Shaolin Showdown fan art, is Jack Spicer looked way too stiff. I almost said thick. No, not thick. Stiff. Why did I put Kujo and Victorique on the same... Wait. Why is... Okay, there's that. There's that. There's that. We can get rid of that. It wasn't a good idea putting them on the same level. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this. Oops, I think I broke it. Oh. Okay, that's right, I rasterized this level up. Ah! That's a lot of pink. It appears you put both on one layer. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that when I did that, but c'est la vie, the mistake is done. Is that the right word? Wait, what does c'est la vie mean again? I forget! I forget what c'est la vie means! It means goodbye, doesn't it? So long? Turning that into something different so that way I don't end up pushing it, because that's what happens a lot of times, is I'll end up pushing a different folder, because I have my brushes arranged so the tools are right here and the panel is right here. Usually the panel's underneath here, but I wanted more room for my brushes because I have so many, so I put the panel here. It took a little while. Took a little while for me to get used to that, but I got to the point where I got to the point where I got used to it, and once I got used to it, it was really good, because it was like, okay, it's taking me a little while to get used to this, but the benefits will outweigh the negatives, and they do, they really do. Anyway, Right Kitty says, oh, Top Musical, that is a cool song. I listened to Uta's songs and I thought maybe I should get into One Piece. I'm slightly before the blast part. Cool. I watched one episode of One Piece. It is the one about Zoro's backstory because I knew I would like that one, and I did. Well, outside of the fact that Monica Ryle played the girl in that. I've never been fond of Monica Ryle's voice acting. She played Neo of the Dawn and I hated it. I don't mean to be mean to people's talents and stuff, but I'm sorry, she sounded awful. But anyway, yeah, I know what you mean. I know nothing about One Piece, but the One Piece movies actually very much appealed to me. I love Uta's music. I think it's because they got Ado to sing the songs, and I love Ado. She sings really good. She's younger than me. She's just now turned 21. And I'm just like, girl, you're younger than me? What am I doing wrong in my life? Oh yeah, that's right, I can't sing. That's what I'm doing. If I could sing, I'd probably do what Amelie does. I'd probably do that. Because that would be fun. But we all can't be YouTube singers. Just not in the picture. Sadly. At least not for me. I'm using the wrong pen, that's why it's so big. Again, I'm trying to find that perfect balance. I don't want it to look stiff, but I don't want it to look baggy. Because it's not baggy. The reference sheet I'm looking right now is the reference picture that I have right now is the one from the opening, and that's a good one because it shows where the wrinkles would be, and obviously it's going to be different on this drawing because it's in a different pose, but it gives me a general idea of how the clothing works. So that's good. The anime Madoka Magica is finally going to be continuing with a movie, and I'm curious to see how it will go. And I'm not sure if it will be good. I'm a little worried. Madoka Magica is one of those animes that got a really bad fan base. I think it's not the worst. It's not like some, but it ain't. I don't like any fan base, to be honest. I've never gotten into the GOSICK fan base because fandoms are usually so toxic. But at least with like GOSICK, it's like there's only 2 characters in it that really matter. When it comes to like romance. And so because of that, and it's like obviously Kujo and Victorique, the entire story is focused around them, so it's like, oh, you don't have to worry about any weird shipping. And it's like, if you want to have fun shipping, just don't bite people's head off. And don't also get mad when they say it's not canon. Because I ended up telling a friend of mine, they shipped, not a friend, but a person. They ended up shipping one of their characters with an OC. Was their OC, their original character. And then when the character seemed to be getting a love interest, I said, I think he might be putting them in a canon relationship. And the person was just like in denial, and I'm like, I think they are. And then they just kind of like went off the face of the map, and then when I asked them what's wrong, they nearly bit off my head. That wasn't a pleasant experience. And then I learned. Toxic fandoms. Don't bother with them. They're not worth it. Oh, hi Ririka! Raiki says the only fan base I ever liked in general level was Danganronpa. Yeah, I think Danganronpa's fan base isn't so bad. And like there's levels to a fan base. Like there are the fan base that just make, you know, Fury videos. They'll talk about, oh, what do you think's gonna be next and stuff like that. That's part of the fan base I like. But then when you get into the shipping, it's just like, okay, we get it. We get it. You want your ship to be canon, and if it's not, you're gonna turn to Chris-chan. Yeah, I haven't interacted much with the Danganronpa fan base, so I don't know. But from what I've seen, I've observed them from afar like specimens at a zoo. So from what I've seen, it's not bad. One of the worst fan bases in the history of fan bases to me, like even worser than anime fan bases, is the Supernatural fan base. and maybe the Star Wars Disney movie fan base. Because one of the fans wanted the actor Jensen Ackles. Yeah, I think, yeah. The other one's Jason Palat. I can't pronounce his name. They even make fun of their names when they go into the world where they go into... I haven't watched all of Supernatural. I just watched some episodes. But there's one episode where they go into the world and they're just a TV show and they make fun of their names. So I don't feel bad for not remembering them. But anyway, the one who plays Dean, his wife got death threats because they wanted her to leave. Like, for real. I mean, it's like, even if he left his wife, he's not gonna marry you, sweetheart. Just like a lot of people were saying, oh, Margot Robbie, she's not that pretty. And it's like, you know she's not gonna date you, no matter what you say about her. And it's like, you can say she's not pretty all you want, but, everyone knows. Everyone knows the truth. And the people who Margot Robbie has in her sights for a partner, husband, whatever, boyfriend, they don't care. They don't care. They know what Margot Robbie looks like without makeup, and they think she's beautiful because she is. She's not gonna date you. So shut up. You just look weird. It's the same thing with the people who wanted Jensen Ackles' wife to leave him. And they also did that with the actor who played Ren. I forget his name. He's a good actor, but boy was he done dirty. I don't think he wants any part of Star Wars now, because it was such a miserable experience. And I don't blame him. For me, it is either probably the Steven Universe or the RWBY fanbase. Yeah, Super Chill is ironic since Danganronpa is about high schoolers murdering each other. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think one reason why is... I don't got any reasons why. But no, yeah, you were totally right. The Steven Universe fanbase is the worst. I still think the Supernatural fanbase might be a little bit more bad. But, Steven Universe is definitely far behind it. And that's why I could never, even if I liked Steven Universe, which I'm not into it, but even if I did, that's why I never could get into any... I'm glad I didn't get into it. I could never get into it just because of that. Because it's like, I draw characters from shows I like. And, like, if I didn't draw them right, they'd bite my head off. And I know it. They would. And I don't like that. Rirka says, I am part of many fan bases. Cool. And Raikkonen says, oh, I remember the Raylo people warned Daisy Ridley, and that's his name, Adam Driver, to get together so they would stop. So Star Wars came very close to topping the other fan bases for me, but it's toxicity minority, so... Woo. Sorry about that. But it was a toxic minority, so I like Steven Universe when it was simple, when it tried to do all these deep, profound things, then solve them by hugging it out. It fell apart. Yeah, see, I do know about Steven Universe's ending, and I hate it. I'm not even a fan of the show, and I hate the ending, because it's like, I mean, I'm a Christian. I like messages about forgiveness and stuff. I think it's good, but at the same time, I think you did that horribly. I don't think we should... I think there should be, like, boundaries set if you're forgiving Hitler. And just because you forgive Hitler doesn't mean you should be left off the hook. Oh. Can I say his name? Is it like Voldemort? Hopefully the stream doesn't get taken down because I said that. I'm gonna say the guy was the mustache now. But it's just like, you made people who are genocidal and then you just forgive them. And then it's like, okay. And then Diamond turned out to be Pink Rose, and like, I watched a lot of videos actually on Steven Universe, considering I've never watched it. I think it's because I wanted to see where it goes. Look, Voldemort. I've never watched Harry Potter, but I know that meaning. I know that reference. I know what Voldemort means. And that's the way YouTube treats the man with the mustache. But then again, my channel is a little bit smaller, so maybe I can get away with it. Doesn't have that much attention. Speaking of Ruby. Yeah, Romilly puts the actual word in there. They just say effing in the opening. I like the opening better. I planned this. I tried to do what's right. But in the middle of this madness, I actually only watched the Harry Potter movie this year. I quite enjoyed them. There was some things left me wondering about the stuff in general, but I think they're good. Welcome to the Sheep Gang, Mayu. Yeah, she's actually been here quite a while, actually. She's just been... she's a sleepy sheep today, though. And I don't blame you. I'm a sleepy sheep today. My brain's half off. So if I just ramble, that's why. I mean, like, I'm not home today. But I'm gonna do this stream because I want to. And it's fun. It's really fun streaming, actually. I got this one comment, and I can't tell what kind of person it's from. I think it's from a bot. And I don't like to think that about people because, like, I don't want to think the worst, but it's just like... May says, I'm a purple sleepy sheep. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're a purple sleepy sheep. But, you can be a red sheep, Erica, if you want. I'm just guessing red. Right? Kitty can be a kitty sheep. But anyway, I got this one comment, and I was like, I don't know. I think it's from a bot because they're talking about, oh, you have nice content. It's like you can grow, but I noticed you haven't been getting much stuff, and you because of the way that this is. They didn't say, oh, you can grow it by subscribing to me or anything like that. So that's one reason why I'm wondering. So it could be just someone pointing out that I've got crappy viewership, but at the same time, the reason why I think they might be a bot is because they called me sir. And that was in my Challenge Showdown video, so I was talking in it. Does my voice sound like a sir? Do I sound like a dude? I know my voice doesn't sound as good as I always think it is, which, when I was younger, I used to think my voice sounded great. I thought I could sing. I started out on YouTube being a singer, and everyone made fun of me. Rightfully so. And I also had a crappy mic. My mic was my 3DS. I just hold that up and sing that way. Maybe I should try to sing at least once with this microphone, but if I do, it's gonna be for me only. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I used to think I could sing, and then I realized I couldn't. So I don't do that anymore. My brain takes seconds to reboot. So yeah, like I said, Kujo's definitely not taking that long. I might actually do some of the base coloring if I finish them very early. But at the same time, it's like, Sometimes there are be bots. That's why I got my settings on hold comments for review, and that solves most of the time. Oh, that's a bot. I don't think you sound like a dude. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, like, I know I don't sound like Snow White, who is a pretty feminine voice that sounds of angels, but I don't think I sound like a dude. Oh, yeah, one thing, a little update, I ended up buying myself new glasses so I'll be able to see. Unfortunately, my vision has gotten worse, so I needed them. But even more unfortunate, I had to pay for them myself. They cost a lot of money. I probably should open up with commissions again, but I had this one stupid moment earlier and it didn't end well. And I acted very stupid, so because of that I'm kind of a little afraid to do commissions again. And if they do, it's gotta be something that I've had more positive experience with commissions than negative, but at the same time that negative one wasn't fun. I won't go into any more details about it, but I think you guys can guess what happened. Rurika says girly voices are overrated. Yes, they are, but I always like, my voice sounds awkward, but it doesn't sound like it awkward enough, which then makes it into that awkward middle. That's to me the example of awkward. Like, I remember in Madoka Magica, Homura Okemi's was like going on about saying, I'm so awkward, and I'm like, no, Homura, you're painfully shy. I can see where you would think you're awkward, and that's like, girls who are shy are going to think they're awkward. Because they're shy, so they don't know any better. But no, your problem is that you're painfully shy. You're not awkward. To me, awkward is when you're in that middle, which is what I'm at. I'm to the point where I have the personality of an extrovert, but I act like an introvert. So my brain will say, go up and be that funny kid in school, the one who makes all the jokes. But then when you're up there and you're making the joke, you realize this is gonna be a horrible idea, and then you fumble down the steps with your mouth, and you mess up, and then everyone laughs at you. So it's like, because here's a perfect example. This is a perfect example. This happened to me in real life. I was at Bible school, kids' Bible school. My mom was going to see like a conference meeting or whatever, and all the kids went to this like playroom. Anyway, they had this game afterwards where all the youth kids, and one of them was a dance competition, and I kept raising my, well, actually no, it was different competitions at random. Like, one of them was naming soda brands, and I kept raising my hand, and they would not pick me at all. And then finally, the last one was a dance competition, and no one wanted to do that one because no one wanted to look like an idiot. But I wanted to participate so badly, I raised my hand, and since no one else was raising their hand, the teacher finally picked me because it's like, well, this idiot's the only one who's actually raising their hands. So, they picked me, and so, like, I was extroverted enough to volunteer, but then when I actually did it, I ended up doing awful, and then I looked like an idiot. So there, that's my example of awkward. Yeah, it really wasn't fun. I'm happy with my voice because it lets me sound however I want, girly or boyish. I feel OP. You are OP. Mayo, I'm gonna have to patch you in the next update. No, don't nerf me. I don't know what that means. But anyway. To me, like I said, to me that's awkward. It's like, you have the gumption to want to go do something, but then you end up realizing that this isn't a good idea. And then, I can't get his pants right for nothing. Like, I want him to not look like sweatpants. Is that so hard? Is that so hard? I don't have enough images of his legs. And the one with the reference sheet isn't exactly the best because, I mean, this is the reference sheet. And it doesn't look the best because they kind of look like sweatpants. And they're not sweatpants. I know these kind of pants. I like these pants. These are nice pants. But they look like sweatpants. And this reference sheet. I hate sweatpants. Like, doesn't matter. I hate loose, baggy sweatpants the most. But I'm not big on tight sweatpants either. It's like, I don't want to show off my rump. Something that hugs my skin. No thank you. I'm not the sexy type of person. I don't even like wearing V-necks. Because... Okay. We're just gonna have to deal with it, folks. Oh, you guys are talking about in video game terms. Okay, I get the context to the conversation now. Like I said, I'm not awake. I don't think I'm alive. I think I'm drawing dead. So I'm a ghost. Need your heart, no one else above me. Please don't say you love me. That will always be enough. I always wanted to watch a good show with a yandere. I haven't found one yet, though. I've been meaning to watch... Another anime I've been meaning to watch is because, you right, Kitty, you keep recommending to me, but I haven't gotten around to it, was Prince's, Redive Connect. I forget what it's called. But I've been meaning to watch that. I've also been meaning to watch Shadow Dolls. That one's been on my list for a while, because I think I really would like... I like the style. I mean, it's got the pretty dresses. Pandora Hearts. That was an anime. I didn't like... Well, the anime didn't follow the manga, so let's talk about the manga. I didn't like the manga that much. But, the style was absolutely beautiful. And I read it all the way through just for that. The art and the style, like, chef's kiss. Princess Connect Redive. Yep, that's it. Oh, good. My sheep is now fat with food. Now get into the oven. Because, you know, that's what we do after we feed the sheep. We put them in the oven. Someone is hiding in the shadows. Really? I can't see the viewership, so I don't know who's watching. And I don't also know if you're joking or not. It's the wrong pen. I was like, that's not the right pen. So I was like, don't press it. I hope it gets a third season. Well, I hope so too. You never know with animes. One anime that I thought was for sure done. No, Mare, don't eat me. Help. Well, sorry. I'm gonna have to. Bloated sheep belong in the oven. Which is why I'm dead. I've been put in the oven long. My dogs move into a never sleeping spot. Like, it's weird. They're weird. They'll be asleep and then they'll get up and then they'll start moving to a never sleep spot. Anyway, what I was saying is that there's this one anime. I used to watch it. I now despise it. I'm not gonna mention what it is because I hate it that much. But it's coming out next year. And I thought it was done for good because it's been so long. And according to a website, it's been 8 years. So it's definitely not been a me thing of me just imagining it. But it's legitimately been 8 years. Which, my goodness, I feel old. I ended up watching... I'm happy to have found both of you, and now, because I like seeing people draw. Oh, well, I'm happy you found me too. And I'm happy, so happy that you guys are all here. Like I said, it means a lot. And if I just have one person, like just one person watching, that's good enough. That's all I need. I don't need, like, when I was younger, I used to be one of those YouTubers that were so insecure. I used to beg for other people to watch my videos, and then they would tell me to shut up and stop promoting myself. And then I would just get mad at them for telling me that. And now I want to go back and knife myself. Like, no. Shut up. Shut. And it's like, I used to be like, oh, I want 1 million views. I want at least 100,000 subscribers, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no. I don't care. I make my stuff for a hobby. I don't do YouTube for a living. It's just a hobby that I do on the side of my actual jobs. And, just something I do for fun. Everything I do is for fun. Well, Revolution in full color is for fun, but hopefully will also be for practice, so I can actually make something of my series. But even then, if I actually end up making a series and turning that into, like, a profit, even that will be something on the side. It will not be something as my main job. I'm not going to be Horikoshi here. Wait. Yeah, no, wait. Horikoshi did My Hero Academia. I was thinking of Isayama. No, wait. Was I? I don't know. Ugh. I love the anime Death Note. I did get done rewatching that one. I still like it. A lot of people don't like the ending. I like the ending, folks. I like the ending. But although that said, I do like the anime and the manga both. It ends slightly different between the two. But both are good. And there's a part of me that wish I could have seen the mangas animated too. But at the same time, I am glad about the anime. Death Note was made in a time when it was more common for a anime to not finish. And because usually the anime was still going on. Like a good example would be Fruits Basket. Fruits Basket was still going on, so because of that, the anime couldn't finish the ending. So instead of waiting for the manga to finish, it just came up with an anime ending opening. So Death Note was made in that time period when anime endings were more common. But Death Note did follow the manga all the way through. It just made slight differentiations here and there. And I gotta say, I like it. It's really good. There are some animes though. Death Note, Attack on Titans, and Fullmetal Alchemist. I like all of those. But I can't draw fan art of those for some reason. It's very hard for me to actually draw it. I just don't get, like, I don't get inspired in the same way. Maybe it's because as much as I like the shows, their designs don't do much for me. They're very more simpler and down to earth. So it's harder for me to think of it. But I've drawn other people with realistic designs, and it's just like, I'm not feeling it. So there are some things where it's just like, I like them, but I can't draw fan art of them. And it's weird. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, I've got no problem drawing fan art of that. But, at the same time, I mean, like, there's a drastic difference between Death Note and Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, like, totally different. Okay, gotta try to figure out how shoes work. I'm gonna see if I can actually... There we go. Rotate that for a minute so I can see in the right direction. Alright, Kitty says, I like the Soul Eater anime ending. I know people want a reboot, but I'm like, no thanks. I'm good and happy with what we got. Yeah, I'm mixed. I'm very mixed. One part of me, I do actually like the ending. A lot of people don't like the ending. Like, they hate it. Like, they even put it on worst endings. I'm like, I liked it. I thought it was good. But at the same time, I'm interested to see how the anime and the manga would end it. And I've never read the manga, so it's like I am curious, but at the same time I'm also not, because it's like the voice cast will be totally different and I don't want to see it. I watched Soul Eater in the English dub. I've never watched it in the sub. And I like the English dub, and they're not gonna get Vic Mignogna. So I'm like, no thank you. No thank you. They're not gonna get Vic Mignogna, but they'll get Monica Ryle. To be fair though, Monica Ryle did, when she does do a voice, when she is picked right for a voice, she does really good. So I'll give her that. It's just that a lot of times I think she's not cast very well. Like I said, I don't like her in Yona the Dawn. And there is one character in My Hero Academia, and she plays it. It's Froppy. And I actually liked Froppy, but when I found out she was played by Monica Ryle, my dislike of her actually went down. Just for that reason. And maybe that's petty. And I don't even think she's bad as Froppy. She sounds good as Froppy, but it's just like, oh, it's you? And like I said, I'm not even talking about, like, things. I'm just talking about in pure voice acting. I'm judging on a merit-based thing. So it has nothing to do with things Monica Ryle has done or said. Well, that definitely doesn't help. But I'm just judging by talent. Like I said, I've never been that fond of her voice. No offense. Like I said, I don't like insulting people's voices. I haven't watched, Ryuka says I haven't watched Soul Eater yet. Mostly just watch early 2000s animes. Right, he says it's hard for me to draw fan art in general of something unless I apply another element to it, like what I was putting characters in outfits. I wish I could draw Yu-Gi-Oh fan art. But it's like the case where Takahashi's art is so much like, I can't possibly hope to draw characters in the manner that I'm satisfied with. Yeah, I know what you mean. Right, Kitty also says, yeah, I don't think she's a good voice actress in general. I think, like I said, I think if she's picked right for the role, she does good. I liked her as Mei Chang in Full Metal Alchemist, and I liked her as Tsubaki in Soul Eater, but that's as far as that's what I can. But she's one of those voice actresses that have been there for a long time, so I don't think she's going anywhere. And like, there are some voice actors that like get kicked out because they get accused for certain things that they didn't do, or maybe they did do, I don't know. And I won't make any statements about those, but point being is you either live long enough to you either get accused of things you didn't do or did do and you get thrown out, or you just be used to death. That is the history in Funimation, which Funimation's dead now. Funimation got eaten by Crunchyrolls, which is funny because Crunchyrolls, when they used to give you digital copies, which I still don't. I still, for the life of me, do not get the point of a digital copy. It used to go to Crunchyrolls. Then when Funimation started becoming more of its own thing, it started becoming Funimation. And when I bought a subscription to the anime site, I chose Funimation because it's like I watched more dubs at the time, and I wanted access to the dubs that I liked, like Code Geass and stuff like that, which things that got really good dub. And then I was like, okay, I got it. And then right when I renewed my subscription for Funimation, it's the second time, or the third time, no, it was the third time, they shut down and got eaten by Crunchyrolls. So it's like we're back in square one of Crunchyrolls having the digital copies. And like I said, I don't get the concept of digital copies, because it's like, oh, you can watch it offline, but it's like, okay, but I need, because it's like, oh, you have it downloaded to your It's the same thing when, like, they say you have things downloaded to your phone. It's like, well, I mean, it's still on the website, though. I have to access the website to get to the actual downloaded thing. And if I can't access the website because I don't have Wi-Fi because I'm not online, then how can I watch it? Because I tried to do that one time. We had no Wi-Fi in the house because we were getting our electricity fixed. And so it's like, oh, I can watch something on my phone. I have some things downloaded. And I couldn't access it because I had no Wi-Fi. I'm like, isn't that the point? So you can watch things offline? But no. Apparently that's not the point. Okay. I believe in... but Reiki says, but I'm working on drawing my channel mascot, Serena, Neo, Victorique, Celestials, and Vanilla in dresses inspired by Yu-Gi-Oh! Luna Light monsters, so maybe I can overcome my mental block I have. Ruka says, I believe in your ability to draw, Reiki. Yes, I believe in you too, Riot. You will. Remember that old chestnut. You'll never improve unless you do. And, like, you can improve without, like, showing it. Like, this is... I'm gonna go off script for a minute. This is my first attempts. Oh, wait. I made that way big. This is my first attempts at digital art. There you go. So I went from doing this stuff to this stuff. And maybe it's like, maybe this stuff still isn't good, but you gotta admit, it's an improvement from this crap. But this will always be precious to me. Oh, Yakumo! Hi! Hi, thank you so much for showing up. It means a lot! I get so excited when people drop by because it's like, oh my goodness, you guys actually think I'm worthwhile stopping by or giving me your time. I mean, like, I know time. Time's my most valuable thing. I only have so much time in life. I've learned this year that I value my time more than I do money. And I also value my sanity more than money. So, that's good. It means I'm not greedy. But, so it means a lot to me that you guys stop by and give me your time. Okay. Oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It doesn't matter if you're late. Just the fact that you stopped by. Oh! My mouth was as dry as the Gobi Desert. I still haven't finished Persona 5 yet. I need to finish it. If anyone hasn't played Persona 5 Royal, I recommend it highly. I recommend it highly. I'm a little sad though, because I like the character Kasumi, and everyone that I know who has played Persona 5 Royal or knows of it hates Kasumi. She's the added character for the Royal. I'm looking at you, my purple sheep. My brother doesn't like Kasumi either. He said if I had a choice, if Stalin, the mustache man, and Kasumi were all in a room and I only had 2 bullets, I'd shoot Kasumi twice. That's what he said. That's what he said. And I'm like, harsh mush? That doesn't look right. That does not look right. It's just that they throw you Kasumi in your face, and because she's like the new poster girl. I know, I understand. I understand completely why people don't like Kasumi. But I like her. She's adorable. And she's a little like me. I would throw myself at Joker too. He is something fine. Like, Joker, even before I played Persona 5, has always been top tier husbando for me. My brother just, I think, also, it likes it because he likes Queen Makoto the most. So it's like, he wants her to be best girl, and Kasumi kind of takes that away. And I'm like, I like Makoto too. VA is hard because you need to find the version that fits for the character. Yeah, it definitely is hard. Like I said, I don't like to insult people's voice acting abilities because I know it's a very hard thing. It's very it's definitely an art that I do not have. Oh, I made my references. Make them reappear. So I don't like to be that insulting, and I actually kind of almost appreciate voice. I almost have a little bit more of appreciation for voice acting than I do actual acting, just because, not because I think one's harder. I think they're different, so they each have their strengths and strong points. So it's like, you know, they both got their pros and cons of which is harder and which is easier. But I think I have an appreciation for voice acting because I don't think it goes appreciated quite enough. Because animation doesn't go quite as much. There's been such a hatred for animation, especially traditional animation. I hate it. Anyway, Yakuma says, I like Haru and Futaba the most for the girls. Yeah, Haru and Futaba are cool. I like Futaba way more than I thought I would. What makes him best husbando, Yakuma says? He's hot. It's just as simple as that. I love his design. It's peak design. Oh, I want to show you guys this. I want to show you guys something. It won't be for a while. I'm gonna show you it. Mainly because I realized I forgot to push record on this. So last time I was recording this speed paint while I was drawing, and then I was just gonna edit it out and edit it up, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that because I forgot to push record this time. So maybe I'll just skip the line art for them altogether in my speed paint. I don't know, I'll figure it out. Or maybe I can download the stream from YouTube. Anyway. Where is it kept? Ah, here it is. I'm actually working on Persona 5 style playing cards, and I'm gonna be making these. This is the backing. I already made it. It's the Phantom Heart logo. I'm gonna do it with all of them. It's gonna be a speed paint, and it will be very long. And while I do the speed paint, I'm gonna do voiceover of the review for Persona 5. But I can't even do it yet anyway because I haven't finished Persona 5. Anyway, I used to do a lot of fan dubs, so I know how hard it can be to do right now, but I do enjoy it a lot. Yes, you were actually really good. I saw your fan dub of Yuno from Future Divers. Alright, the character Jin is now in color. I think you've seen the piece before, Mariso. This background is gonna be hard. Oh, that's what you were... Okay, yeah, I've seen that. Well, good luck with that. I hope you can accomplish that, and I hope it looks nice. I'm sure it will. You have a very cute style. I think that's like the thing that I would say the most about your art is it looks very cute with the facial expressions and stuff. If I'm gonna play a Persona game, it's gonna be the Golden after I beat more games. OST for Persona is very good. Yes, OST for Persona is very good. My favorite OSTs from each game is, what's it called? Persona 4. I'm looking it up because, okay, yeah, I'll Face Myself Battle. That would be my favorite one from Persona 4, probably. It's the one I also memorize the most. My favorite in Persona 3, it's no competition. It is, the Battle Hymn for the Soul. I actually listened to that a long time ago because I first heard a cover of the hymn for Everyone's Soul. It was by Joy Dreamer. I would show you guys it, but it's lost the time now because Joy Dreamer deleted her channel, sadly, because she was afraid of the AI, which is sad, but I get it. But anyway, so that's actually how I found out about Persona, because I clicked it because I thought on the thumbnail was Makoto from Persona 3, but I thought it was Kaito from Vocaloid. So I clicked from that and I really liked it. And then I started getting into Persona a little bit here and there, not like playing it, but I just started looking things up a little bit. And then I started making the connection when Persona 5 was coming out because it was getting really big and everyone was drawing it. And I'm like, I love Joker's design. And after that, I made a vow that I would one day own Persona 5. Some way, I don't know. Well, I didn't make a vow or anything, but it's just like, I really want to play this game. And then when it was coming out on Switch, I was like, hallelujah, I can play the game now. Finally, after all this time. And it's like, I was so excited. But yeah, I do want to play Persona 4 the Golden. I keep using that pen. I don't know, it feels like I forgot something down here, but I don't see anything that I forgot. Because it's like, I think I came up for his hat, to do his hat too soon, but I'm like, I can't think of anything. This is my favorite, I never got to sing. My favorite OST from Persona 5 is, this one, Rivers in the Desert, and Beneath the Mask. Probably. But I do like... Persona 5 is the one I listen to the most. I've actually listened to the whole soundtrack. I own the soundtrack for Persona 5. I buy all my music because I want to actually physically own it. And then if I can't buy it, I'll do other things. But, find other ways to get it. I buy all my music physically because I don't use Spotify or YouTube to listen to music anymore because I actually want to physically own it. But I actually don't own that many physical CDs that much because I don't have that much room for them. And I'm like, well, I got that. And because of that, for a while I didn't also own them because I didn't know how to rip them. But now I know how to rip CDs, so I'll probably buy some more physical CDs. Because I want to own the music on my phone, too. I just don't want to have it on a CD player. So that's another reason why I would always get the MP3 files over physical copies. I ended up buying the physical CD though for Persona 5 because I couldn't find it for sale on Amazon because that's where I get my music from. And so because of that, I ended up buying the physical CD and I got the special edition, so it's in a big box, and that box is now on my I ripped the songs, put them all on my phone, and now that box, the CD box, is on my it's on my dresser in my room. Yeah, well, okay, so we're almost done with Kujo. I'm still gonna go a while. I'm not gonna stop quite here because that did not take as long as I thought it would, which is, I knew it wouldn't, so that's why I had no problem drawing. That's another reason why I wanted to do this, because it's like, okay, if I'm gonna draw, then I can draw, I mean, I got time to draw Kujo. It won't take me that long, and the most thing that took me the longest time was, get a stupid pen! If I click that pen one more time by mistake, I'm gonna have a fit. I was looking at a list this morning of top anticipated animes coming out in 2024. None of them actually really got my appeal. But one I'm hoping that comes out is the Spikes Family movie. And Kimetsu no Yaiba. I hope Kimetsu no Yaiba. Nothing's been confirmed yet, though, was that, so I don't know if it will come out, but I'm hoping it will. Because now that Attack on Titans is done, I need something else that's good. I think that's one reason why Attack on Titans was divided up so much, though, at the end, was because it ended up switching studios. It used to be Studio Wit, but then it got changed to Studio Mappa, and I know Mappa was going under a lot of criticism because it's like, oh, it doesn't look perfect like it was Wit. It's like, well, Wit had some issues too, and I don't know why they changed, but at the same time, I feel like one reason why it was split up is because they wanted to make sure they got it right because they were under so much scrutiny. And I could understand some of the criticism, some of it was valid, but other parts of it was just like, come on, guys. Cut him some slack. I just think people were being a little too harsh. Riot Kitty says, oh, thank you. I'm glad you think my art is cute. I think your art is very cute, Riot Kitty. Keep up the work, and I'm looking forward to seeing your art improve. I know sometimes I think my art hasn't improved, but then when I look back, I'm like, oh, I guess it has improved because I'm not making the mistake anymore. I'm making that mistake, but I know I can improve so much more. Like, for real. Like, I'm not where I want to be. I still have trouble drawing bodies and stuff. I use Dollmaker to help me. So if you think, oh, I'm good at drawing bodies, it's like, no, I'm not. I still have help. I still have help, folks. So that's why I'm able to draw things good. If I didn't have Dollmaker to help me make my references, I would not be nearly as this good, like at all. Oh, I know the new season of Black Butler is coming out, and I was confused until I saw the synopsis, thinking it was a visual novel with dating sim was the same name. Yeah. Yeah, that's the anime I was referring to earlier. I used to watch Black Butler. I don't like it anymore now. I'll just leave it at that. But oof. Sounds like someone else is up in the house. So if you guys hear something in the background, it's just my family. I don't have supreme authority, so it's not like I can kick them out of the house while I do this. But they don't got a problem with me streaming. And I don't have a problem if they're heard in the background. I just was like, okay, I'm gonna be streaming. Just like, not saying anyone can't come into the room, but just know that if you are audibly heard, you will be heard to YouTube, to millions and millions of people. I watched Black Butler, but I'm like, season is the end, and that's it. Oh, that's what I didn't. I knew there was something I didn't finish. I'm like super anal about my art, so if it's like, if there's something that I see, I will do everything in my power to fix it if it needs fixing. And some people are like, you don't have to do that. No one else is gonna see it. Well, I do see it. I do see it. So, it doesn't matter. I'm actually gonna fast forward for this song, because this one has some profanity in it. I'm not sure if everybody here wants to hear that. For those who do not know, that was the song from, that was a cover by Amelie, the Black Lagoon opening, and, well, I actually, went for the trouble of taking some of the, I ended up editing it with DaVinci Resolve to take some of the profanity out. Like, I'll listen to a song if it has, you know, the SH word or the F word in it. Like, I'm not fond of any of that, but, like, I will listen to it. But if it says the, if it says anything to do with God or Jesus in it, then, like, no. So I like the song, though, so I just edited it out. But I left the other word in there. So, because I couldn't tear up the song that much. So, I'll just fast forward for it. My mom is so careful to not make noises when I'm streaming, and I'm like, I don't care if you're heard on the mic, just don't be obnoxiously loud. Yeah, it's the artist brain talking. You didn't lose it over Sebastian. Yeah, like I said, I just don't watch that anymore. I mean, I watched it first because I liked the style, but I don't watch now and it doesn't have my interest. I don't think anyone wants to hear my opinion about that show, so let's just move on to something else. But let's just leave it at, I don't like it anymore at all. I'm trying to make Jin's hair and dress partially transparent, so I'm being super careful with my layers. Do you use clipstudiopaint to draw, or do you use, something else? I can only give advice if I'm not saying you want my advice, but I'm saying is I can only give tips if I'm using. Rising the Shield Hero is the same camp for me as Black Butler. I felt everything was wrapped in a neat bow the first season, no desire to continue it. I feel the exact same way with Rising the Shield Hero, because it's like, oh, it's like, this first season was perfect. That's all I needed. I mean, like, I liked it. I mean, Rising the Shield Hero was really good. It's not on my list, like, in the top 10 or even probably the top 20. But I did really... No, I don't. I use Fire Powder. Okay, I'll talk about that in 1 second. But, Rising the Shield Hero, you brought that up. I ended up starting to watch Rising the Shield Hero just because everybody was saying bad things about it. So I'm like... Well, this is the Streisand effect in action, folks. You're saying bad things about this anime like it's the worst ever because the main character gets accused of things. So you're saying it's bad because of that. And that's just making me want to see it. And I ended up watching it. I actually ended up liking it a lot. Like I said, it's not on my top 20 list, but it was really fun. But now I'm just like, I don't want to see it anymore because it's like, I feel like if the Shield Hero is hated on later on, it's just going to be contrived. They'll have to try to figure out reasons to make him hated. And plus, now Fumi doesn't have the same edge now because he's now liked and actually praised as a hero. And then also, like, they're gonna go to different worlds, I think, and it's just like, nah. No, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, but if you've only seen the first season of Black Butler, I can understand that. I did see the later seasons, and I didn't like them. I watched them. There was the aspects that I liked, like the style, and I liked the creepy aesthetic and stuff, but there was just some parts where it got really disgustingly dark, so it wasn't for me. Wasn't for me. Plus, I don't like things that has demons in them. Like, I watched a few things with demons in them, but I try to not actively watch them. I only watch if it's really good, but things with demons as the main protagonist are a no-no for me. Anyway, if you use Fire Alpaca, I can't give any advice on that. I've never used that, so I do not know. But I know, like, if I was doing clipstudiopaint, and I was doing things transparent, I just probably would use a lighter color, or I would just, you know, lower the opacity of the layer. One thing I like about digital art is that you can make mistakes, and they're easier to fix. Where if you make a mistake in traditional art, it's there. You just gotta start all over again, which I've had to done. There's this one drawing I had to draw several times because I kept messing up. It's kind of the same with Dragon Ball. I liked GT, it gave an amazing ending, so I didn't watch Super. Super for Dragon Ball doesn't exist. I've never watched Dragon Ball except for I think one episode. I've never been a fan of it. It's never appealed to me. I know it's like people used to consider it the big four: One Piece, Dragon Ball, Bleach, and Naruto, and all of them ended bad. Well, One Piece did. One Piece is like always had its highs and lows, but like Dragon Ball, I think that ended good, but I think it had like ever parts that people did not like. And so because of that, it didn't go down very well. Like, I think Dragon Ball Super, the anime, had issues. Like, production issues, I don't know. And then as for Bleach, I remember when that ended, everyone was saying, it ended horribly, but now the movie's out, and I guess people are liking it again, I don't know. But it's still nowhere near to what it was. I actually tried to watch Bleach. I couldn't get it to it. It was too long, it was too empowering, and I wasn't even afraid of long-running animes, per se, because, I mean, I watched Sailor Moon, and I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, all of the Yu-Gi-Ohs, so not even just one of the Yu-Gi-Ohs, I watched all of them. But it's just like, nah. This doesn't appeal to me. And that was in the time when like I said, that was in the time I could watch long-running animes, but it didn't. Naruto, I think, is pretty much, Naruto's confusing. Like, there's some people who still love Naruto, and then there's some people who hate it. So I don't know about that one. I've watched one episode, and it wasn't even Naruto, it was of Boruto, and it was okay. And then you have then you have One Piece. One Piece I've never really heard that much bad stuff about. I mean, I've heard it's having its highs and lows. I mean, everything that long is it's natural for it to have that, but for the most part, I've heard mostly positive things from One Piece. And like I said, I actually kind of want to see the movie, even though I have no context. Anyway, Right Kitty says, I duplicate the flat layer and erase the duplicate and the initial flat to only get the hair ends partially transparent. Naruto Shippuden ended amazing, and then Boruto happened. Yeah, that's the way I hear it. That's the way I hear it. I hear Naruto Shippuden's pretty good. And there's Hellsing, where Hellsing, where the fan base looks at the initial anime ending and the 2012 OVA that followed and the manga were both awesome. And went both awesome. But when both are awesome. Yeah, I heard really good things about Hellsing. It's kind of like Fullmetal Alchemist, with Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, I've heard. You have the Fullmetal Alchemist anime, which didn't follow the manga because it started going off a different route because the manga wasn't finished. So the guy was allowed to do his own thing, and then they made Brotherhood, and both are actually liked. I like Brotherhood more, but at the same time, I don't recommend watching Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood without seeing the original because there are some things that are kind of rushed in Brotherhood at the beginning because I guess it's going for the knowledge that you've already seen the manga and you've already seen the anime, so they're gonna rush it a little bit. It's not that rushed to me on second viewing, but at the same time, if you had no context to this at all, then you might think it's rushed, so I definitely don't recommend it quite, but both are good. But I do like Brotherhood a little bit more. But with Hellsing, I heard the same thing. I heard both are really liked. I've watched some of Hellsing. It was a little too violent and a little too much profanity in it for me, so I couldn't finish it. But, looked cool. Looks cool. I will not lie. I like things with a lot of cool fight scenes. That's why I like Kimetsu no Yaiba. See, Kimetsu no Yaiba, they have, like, Oni in it. But the one thing I like about that is that the Oni are all bad. And, like, the only Onis that are good are, like, Nezuko. And she's trying to not be an Oni anymore. And then there's, the one doctor. But she doesn't eat people anymore. So, that's what I like about Kimetsu no Yaiba. Is the fact that, it, like, did the Tokyo Ghoul thing for me. But it did it right. Because it's like, we're actively trying not to be horrible people and eat people. And, we don't want to be it. And, as for the demons that are alive, yeah, we're sorry, you gotta die. It's a tragic thing. It's like Shiki. It's like, it's sad that you guys are vampires. It's very tragic that you guys died, but you gotta die. Because you eat people. And eating people isn't nice. I have been recommended to only watch a certain point of the initial FMA anime and then start a certain point with Brotherhood as the best viewing experience. Yeah, I mean, I know people do that with Fullmetal Alchemist. Like I said, I pretty much just recommend both, but I mean, at the same time, I know time's very valuable, so it's like whatever you got time for, but I mean, if you do want the best experience, I would go with both. But that's just me. Haven't watched One Piece since 2008. Oh, wow. I can deal with animated over-the-top violence, but not live-action violence. I'm the same. I could watch Attack on Titans. Well, I still have my limits. Danganronpa, V3, that went over that limit. That scene was, one character being executed. That was too much. I couldn't watch that. I can't watch that at all. And then that one classroom scene, like, ugh, no, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I started getting a loathing hatred for Junko and Ishima after that one character got executed. But, that was too much for me. Hellsing was too much for me. But, like, with Attack on Titans, I can handle Attack on Titans in violence. I can handle Fullmetal Alchemist in violence. But if it was in live action, then, no. It was the same thing, actually, not even just with live action, the cartoon violence. Like, cartoon violence is always a little bit different for me. Maybe it's because the style is more realistic. Like, violence in Young Justice actually bothers me more than violence in Fullmetal Alchemist and Attack on Titans, even though I've seen more violent stuff in that when you actually break down what's happening. Shiki, that was also never anime. That one got a little too violent at the end for my taste. A little too violent. But the plot's good, and it's like, I can handle it for the most part. Like, I was actually, like, a lot of people were, like, with Five Nights at Freddy, a lot of people were like, oh, it doesn't go violent enough, but I was just like, nope, it goes violent enough for me. Like, a lot of people who like horror, they like to see all that gore stuff, and I'm like, nope. So I'm just glad they didn't show that much. So glad. But even with what they did show, I was like, Oh, that guy. That one executioner. That one execution made me gag. Was, I gotta reset my brain. The demons in, the demons are more like, zombies with demon powers. I guess you're referring to Demon Slayer. And then, oh, that guy. That one, the execution made me gag with disgust. Was the insects. I think we're talking about a different execution. I'm talking about, I don't want to say the character because it's a spoiler. But the character that is in Danganronpa 2. That has a backpack. That's the one that's too much for me. Okay, I need your guys' opinion. Quick. Does Kujo's legs, should they be in front of Victorique's dress or behind it? Same thing with his hat. Should it be in front of the bonnet or behind the bonnet? I need the advice. Hey, Purple Sheep, what do you think? My bad. I did say V-Free. I meant... See, I always get mixed up because I think V-Free is the extra, so I think V-Free is the anime. Because the anime is extra. No, I meant free. I'm sorry. I meant Danganronpa free. And Danganronpa V-Free, probably the one that's the worst for me is, probably the worst for me is, the one, I forget. I don't want to get spoilers. But, probably the one that involved you climbing up a rope, and then that rope snap, and then you getting cut up by a bunch of spinning, like, no thank you, that's too much like Saw for me. That was like absolutely disturbing. But no, the one was the bugs. That one wasn't good either. No, yeah, I was talking about, yeah, I meant for, anyway. Alright, okay, so, this is a tricky, Okay, so the hat should be in front of the bonnet, and the dress should be in front. Okay, I shall try that out. If I don't like it, I can always go back. And like I said, that's what I like. Because if you're doing this in, like, digital art, you need to think of all this stuff in advance. I mean, traditional art. I always hate it. I make this stuff and then I have to erase it. I work so hard on those legs just to erase them, but whatever. I would have not stressed out that much if I known. Oh wait, no, you said the hat should be in front of the bonnet. Well, I mean, for some people it doesn't bother them because in the first part, the blood is pink. And then the second part, the future arc, because there's 2 arcs, and me and my brother, we watched them together, so I watched 1 episode of the Despair arc, and then 1 episode of the future arc, and then so forth, and I went back and ping-ponged, and that is a really good way to watch it. Anyway, in the Despair arc, blood's pink. Which you can kind of say the reason why the blood's pink is because of Junka. That's my kind of logic. Like, her presence makes the blood pink. Oh, I think I just gave a spoiler. Oops. Hopefully you won't remember that if you've never seen it. But anyway, in the future arc, the blood's red. And actually, to be honest, I was more disgusted by the blood being... It's not the fact that the blood being pink didn't help that scene. Did not help that execution be any more tolerable. And then on top of that, like I said, that one classroom scene in the future arc, like what kicked it up in the beginning, and it's like, oh man, that isn't not pretty, not pretty at all. Okay, I made some mistakes that I realized was Victorique's line art, so I'm gonna go about that and fix that. I also noticed there are some parts where the line art's really thick, and then I'll maybe do some base coloring, at least for a bit. Oh, that one was brutal, yeah. The insect execution was the only one that made me gag. I don't know if I'm correct, but I hope that's right. Well, I mean, it looks, if you're talking about the outfit, I mean, it looks right. So, I think it is right. Because, I mean, the dress is flowing out a little bit more. So, I don't know. Here's what I'm going to do. Actually. Go back. I'm going to double this, and then I will ask my brother's opinion too. And if he says the same thing, then I will go with it. Actually, no. What I'll do is I'll leave both of them right, and then I'll color them like normal, and then I'll erase as I go. That's actually better. Okay. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, if you don't like bugs, that one was the insects. That's a lot. I don't like bugs either, but that did not bother me that much, I don't think. I don't know. I only seen walkthroughs of V3. I think I don't know. Danganronpa games were a little too violent for my taste. And then also I don't like, I watched the Zelda, but it had a little too much profanity in it. I prefer not to play. If there is a God above, is he with us or against us? Abandon hope. Let's save it. We dedicate. That's one thing I will say about Attack on Titans that I do like about it, is the fact that it took so long for season 2 to come out. It scared away a lot of the people who weren't as, like, there were a lot of people who loved Attack on Titans, and then they were everywhere. It was as big as Game of Thrones, and it was getting too much attention, I think. And, like, it was to the point of where Attack on Titans was, like, it got a lot of people into anime who never even looked at anime, and, but then, it did nothing, because it took a long break, and, so because of that, it ended up actually scaring a lot of people away, because not scaring, but people just got bored, and they didn't want to deal with it. Okay, so if you hear any noise in the background, that is my dad. He is up. Me and my dad are always the first ones up. We're early risers. I'm a morning person, not a nighttime person, folks. I want to be in bed by I want to be in my bed by 10:30, and I go to sleep usually by 11. And that's the way I like it. And I like waking up at 6. I do legitimately like waking up at 6. Sometimes I don't actually do it, and I'm like very slow at it, but then when I actually am up, I'm like, I don't regret getting up at 6. Oh, gotta get cleaned up. See you later if you're still alive. Okay. Bye. Thank you so much for stopping by, kitty. Good puppy. Okay, I think I fixed that because the under flaps for the frills were not visible. And this part of the line art looks like, what was I thinking? I think this was when I was rushing though. So, that makes sense. My dad's listening to the radio, so that's what you're hearing in the background. But still, that looks awful. It's amazing how much this microphone picks up. This is why you never rush with your line art, because then you come back and you realize all the little mistakes. And like I said, it doesn't matter if other people don't notice them. I notice them, and that's all that matters. Bum ba dum ba bum. Exactly. May says exactly. Noticing the line art's flaws yourself is the worst. Yep. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, to be honest though, I don't think I would be very pleased if it was like when I was looking at the line art and I was like, oh, I think this is perfect, and my brother was like, you got that wrong, and I'm like, and then it's like you first get mad and then you're like, oh, he's right. You're right. That doesn't look good at all. And then you're just like, and then you get mad at yourself for not noticing it. So that isn't funny, bro. That isn't funny, bro. My brother used to give very bad criticism because he didn't know what was wrong, so he didn't know how to explain it. But now he gives pretty good criticism, actually. And I actually do ask his opinion a lot because he does help point out what's wrong. Like the fact that I one time forgot Misato's belly button. So yeah, that really helped. Like I forgot her belly button in all her reference sheets. I think I get mixed up because I use Dollmaker as reference. So because of that, I think the belly button is higher up. I need to look at real people too. And I forget that. Well, I was actually looking at real people and I still couldn't peg it. Precision. Okay, the line art's a little bit too thick here, so I'm gonna thin it up. Just thin it out a little bit. I love how you can do this in clipstudiopaint. You can do it in painttoolsai, but it doesn't work the same way. And plus, also I like about clipstudiopaint is you can use any pen, for the most part, on vector layers, whereas line art layers they only have one pen, and I don't think I could be used to that anymore in painttoolsai, because it's like I need vector layers when I'm not drawing on vector layers. It's like I need my line art in vector layers, let's put it that way. Because it's so much easier to fix things. Right now for video games, I've been playing Charade Maniacs. I haven't gotten like far at all, but I've been enjoying it so far. I can't wait to see all the hot guys. I'm really picky about my men in video games though, because I like them to look beautiful, but I don't want them to look too prissy. I want some manliness in there. Some of the guys do look probably an edge too prissy. I would have probably liked them more though if I was a teenager. Like, I remember this one guy in Death Note, and I used to love his design as a teenager. Like, I used to be like, oh, he's so nice. I like it so fine. And then I'm like, as an adult, I'm like, nah, I think I actually like Light more. I got a new appreciation for Light Yagami. Sick monster that he is. I'm talking design-wise, not his ideal-wise. Light Yagami said that he got rid of all the killers, the worst killers in the world. But what I would like to see is one arc where he's actually trying to find a killer, like a serial killer, that he doesn't know the identity of. Like, just something a little extra, but I get it, you don't want to crowd it up too much because you already have the cat and mouse game between him and L. So, you don't want to crowd it up too much, but I would have liked to see that. That would have been interesting. Like, Light trying to find someone who he doesn't know the name of. Put him a little bit in L's shoes. And I guess you could say they kind of did that with Misa Amane coming in later. Because he didn't know her name. And he was trying to find her. So, yeah, I guess they did. But it would have been interesting just seeing him trying to hunt someone down who is like him. A serial killer. I gotta check something. I don't know what those are. So one way to check something and you don't want to go back an infinite amount is you gotta make sure you haven't saved recently, because if you saved recently then this won't work. But what you do is where's the stupid drawing? Where is it? Ah, there it is. And I haven't saved recently, but you copy it and then duplicate it. And then you save the one that you're on. And then you open up the copy. And then it will show you what you did wrong. I mean, see, then it will take you back far enough. And here's the copy. Yeah, okay, so that's what I did wrong. I actually want this Victorique back. See, I don't want this Victorique back because I already made the changes to her, but I can't go back far enough, so it would be the same problem, so I got no choice. Not to try to redo what I did. Just making sure no one said anything. I really hate the fact that I gotta do this all over again, but like I said, I really need that old line art. Hopefully I remembered everything. I don't actually like that song, it just came with the album. I've never watched Has Been Hotel, nor do I really have an interest. But I know a lot of people have. If I remember correctly, I don't think that has a pleasant fan base either. But, could be wrong with that, I don't know. There we go. I actually made the wrong thing transparent. Okay. Here we go. Sorry about that. That was just me stretching. Okay, now I just need to go back to making this thinner, because this is way too thick for my taste. For those who do not know, I'm going to go for like a more flatter coloring scheme, and it's going to look a little bit more, not textured, but more liney, kind of like wavy. I don't know what, I have an illustration that I'm going to kind of use as a reference. Yeah, but what I'm gonna do probably when I make this speed paint is I'm just gonna cut out Victorique and Kujo's line art process entirely. I don't like to do that, but I'll just have to link back to these speed paints if you want to see them. Or, I mean, I don't know. I'll try to figure out something. Never watched this anime too, but the song is a bop. Yeah. Hurry up, yeah. No. Oh, that's what that noise is. I was wondering what it was. It's my dog. She's having a She's having one of her moments where she just kind of goes and rolls around and kind of spazzes out. Oh, she's giving me the evil eye. Bless you, girlie. I think she sneezed. She is the definition. I have 2 dogs. One boy, one girl. And the girl one is the definition of that song by Elvis, Devil in Disguise. Yeah, like, she lives! Ah! No! No, 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 no! Away with you! Away with you! Go away! Go away! My brother is in the chat! I had a feeling he'd end up catching this one. And no, we don't. No, we don't. I have no idea what you're talking about. Shut up, stupid. Oh, yeah, this is Queen by Kanari. That's a really good artist, too. They make really good music. Nobody humor him. Don't feed the bear, people. Don't feed the bear. Avantasia music has all the depth of a Hallmark film. I've gotten more emotion from a Hallmark film. So it's worse. Okay, we're almost done with the line art of fixing Victorique. And then I'm gonna see if I can do the base coloring. And then I'll wrap this stream up. Okay, will be 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, folks. I had to attend to something important. But I did it as fast as I could. Doing too much. To my cider dance, spider dance, spider dance, clap your hands, clap your hands, clap your hands. Wrap you in my spider web, spider web, spider web. I've never played Undertale. I know it's very popular, but I haven't played it. But something I liked about Maka from Soul Eater is that she was cute and girly, but she liked a lot of punk stuff. So she wasn't like total tomboyish, of where she had like no feminine traits to her. She still had feminine traits to her, like in personality wise, but she liked punk stuff. I resonate with her on that. I'm not just saying that because the song's called Resonate.
Rubber bears downing our chocolate can't save your butt.
Ow! My ears!
All I say is a homework film over my dead body.
I'm going to strangle you.
I'm gonna make myself some breakfast.
Ow! That was my brother. That was my brother, the same one in the chat, who's been creating. He woke up just for that. Now he wound up the dogs. I didn't even know what he said. He said it so fast. There we go. Okay. That was my brother. That was my brother. He came in and invaded my stream and made a mess. He is also in the chat too, making his little terrorist. Okay, anyway, time for the coloring, folks. We're gonna do the base coloring and then I'll be finishing this up. Okay, first a little stretch. There we go. There we go. I got Kujo, I got Victorique here. One thing I do always find funny in anime, and I get why, don't get me wrong, it's not like I don't get it why, but I do find it funny that anytime they make a European, they always make them blondes, and I'm like, you know brown and black hair also exist. Also, another thing I've noticed is a lot of characters from anime from China, I think I mentioned this last time, they have red hair, and I find that funny. And there's nothing wrong with that, I like red hair a lot, but they always have red hair. And I think I've just realized in Shaolin Showdown that Jack Spicer might be a descendant of Wuya. I don't know how, because I don't think she reproduced, but I'm just starting to think that he might also be Chinese. Or at least part Chinese. His name is Jack Spicer, so he's got to have some white person in there. But I think he's part Chinese. That could explain why he lives in China. All I know is he lives in China and his parents are rich and don't love him. Well, everyone's getting a hoot out of you, Nora Vanguard. So at least you're entertaining.
I've been summoned, what do you need?
No, go away! Go away! Go! Shoot! Shoot!
So, beat up Chloe and Max in a pretty weird predicament. We saved the beehive, but...
No, shut up! I don't want anyone to know I played that game with you.
I still need to edit the 2 videos we made of it.
He's gonna ruin my street cred. Okay, I need my skin palette. I got my Misato. I got so many palettes. Got like an infinite amount. Some of them I made myself, like for my own characters, like Kyla and Misato and Azura and stuff. And then some of them are ones I've downloaded. And this one is really handy for skin colors. Because sometimes the colors that they use in the actual anime aren't the ones that I want to use on my illustration. I want to change them up a little bit. And for this picture, like I said, I think I'm going to go for like a more... It's hard to explain. I'm going to go for more of a little bit of extreme... a little bit more of an extreme color scheme because I want everything to look a little bit... I ended up talking about earlier how you went into the city last night to see a concert, and I was just praying you wouldn't die because you're my ride to the Hunger Games.
It was a very nice concert. The lead singer of the band I went to go see was really nice.
Okay, no one cares about your little adventure.
I'm gonna talk about it tonight.
You didn't die, so that was what was important.
Yeah, you're very needy, girl, you know that?
He's talking to Tulip.
They don't pet you for 1 second and you immediately start spazzing out.
He's talking to her dog, not me.
Don't assume that.
No one knows what you do.
Yeah, anytime I do video recordings of episodes like the ones we did for Ruby, if you hear me saying "shut up, girl," it's always to our dog, and she'll start whining because no one's paying her attention.
You say "shut up" to me.
I don't say "shut up, girl." I say "shut up, woman." Silent, the man talking.
I'm trying to keep myself under control because I get into a different cadence when I'm around my brother.
Oh yeah, she's complete. Check out.
No!
Check
No!
out.
No! No!
Check out the Ruby reviews.
No! Don't do that! 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 Don't. No!
That so brought out the worst in her. Seriously, performing a bit, but still. Like, aren't we all performing? Like, I'm performing.
The song
I'm not
listening.
saying anything horrific.
The song I'm listening to right now is One Hell of a Team. And that's one word for us.
Hey, you want the ball or not, girl?
I saw this event, right? He says, I saw this event in my college is doing to do tickets to the Hunger Games, so I'm probably gonna go Monday to the info center to try to get my tickets to go to the movie. Oh, that's cool. I can't wait to hear what you think. Like I said, I am actually looking forward to seeing that movie. I'm almost finished with the audiobook. I've got about like 4 more hours to go.
I'm not looking forward to seeing Rachel Zegler.
You might like the movie though.
Yeah. Like I said,
Or you might not.
I heard she was pretty weak in West Side Story, but then again, I also heard that Steven Spielberg is bad at directing romance.
I've never heard her sing. She's gonna sing a lot in this movie, so I'm hoping she sings at least good.
Oh, yeah.
Like
she is a theater kid, so she should be able to project her voice.
should and can are two different things.
Well, it all depends on how the director directs her. Like I said, you need a really talented actor to be able to fight a bad director. There are some great actors who are crippled by a bad director.
Well, yeah, like Adam Driver.
Yeah. That's why in
Fate was not kind to that man.
In Mayor's story in Black Klansman, he does a really good performance. In both stories. Scarlett Johansson is in Mayor's story was finally able to get outside, do an actual range. Because she's been stuck as Black Widow, and then of course she did Mater Kusanagi. And they made her act super robotic in that one. Well, it makes sense because they made her kind of robotic.
Don't you love it how my brother just kind of hijacked my stream and just kind of came out of the ether?
Yeah, you're lucky I'm not asleep. I stayed up late coming home from the concert, and then I couldn't fall asleep after I got home. I was originally going to record myself playing Reverse 1999 because I actually am enjoying that game, but I haven't got around to doing it.
Okay, I need my reference sheet for Victorique now.
I posted the link to in my Lolly Discord, so you might get some weirdos coming in a second.
What did you do?
Well, you already had what's his face last stream, Arc something. I always forget his name.
He said I could just call him Arc.
Yeah, Arc.
He was nice and pleasant.
No, he's very nice. He even,
he
even apologized on Twitter about about accidentally adding him on Twitter. With that one picture of Cincy and Asuka.
Shut up. I think his presence made my dogs bark though.
Oh yeah, I did.
No,
he's a nice dude.
Anyway.
Most of the guys in my Discord
Here's a story for you, gals to hear. One time my brother's Discord was asking for my phone number, and my brother gave them the suicide hotline.
Yeah, that was funny. That was really funny. One person was asking for it, so I just handed him the suicide hotline.
So, if anyone ever asks for your phone number, you can do that too.
That, or they know what 800 means, so just replace it with 5555. Most people don't realize that's the Hollywood number for fake numbers. All in Hollywood movies have 555 to begin with, so people don't actually call people, because back in old Hollywood they were using real phone numbers. After the scene in one movie, one of those famous uses of early CGI was this woman, this actor, she was supposed to write a fake number, but she had to write a real number on the NACA. So, and the guy was, parading and acting around the bar. So they had to CGI out her real number and put in the fake number she was supposed to write. That's one of the early uses of CGI. Back in the day, what they would have done was they would have just taken each frame and put a mask over it, physically, using analog technology, but they were to do it all digitally.
Sadly, there's no mute button on them, folks.
One of the first major uses of digital coloring was in All Brother Where Art Thou.
This is what he does all day. He just spits out random facts.
The movie wanted to really emphasize how hot the summer was, so they digitally edited the grass to be brown versus green.
And you can't shut him up.
All Brother Where Art Thou was a great film. I really recommend it. I loved it. The Mrs. Clans member had me dying.
Wait, did you just bring that up because I'm drawing Victorique?
No, I just brought it up because they used digital coloring to change the grass from green to brown.
I can't tell if this is some big Shakespearean...
No, that would have been clever of me, but it wasn't.
He's always saying how Victorique's a midget. She's not a midget.
How tall is she?
She's 5 feet!
Oh, speaking of that, if 5'7" is considered a sword king, I need to kill myself.
Yumino Night Raid says, "Hi everyone, I hope everyone's noon/evening has been well. Yes, mine has been
Oh, so much positivity.
For those who do not know, my weirdo brother is here IRL behind me.
Sitting on the couch, sitting with the dog, keeping her behaving.
And he's acting like a weirdo. So I'm not alone this stream. He just kind of came in and hijacked me, now he won't shut up.
I'm gonna be going to play some. I don't go to work until later today, thankfully, because I had
Well, I figured that you would have not gone to the concert if you had to go early.
Oh, I would have still gone if I had to go early. I just would have been already left the house. The earliest I go on Saturdays is 8 in the morning. But still giving me plenty of time to come home and get a leave.
I don't think I'm...
That still gives me enough time to come home and leave for 5 hours.
I don't think I made the... That needs to be way longer. I just realized that.
What?
Her frill.
Go down to her elbow.
Huh?
It goes down to her elbow.
Yeah, I know. And I made it way too short. Oh, excuse me.
See? My husband Lydia agrees with me. That's a very Nora thing to do.
It's all he's good for. It's all he's good for, folks. See, I'd say maybe getting a...
This guy agrees with me. Since we're meant to be harassed, I know from experience. Even when I talk about, Catholic versus, how Catholics usurped the term, from early Christians, and then became the dominant term. After the Roman government was fearing the loss of power.
Maybe there's a mute button.
I was also explaining.
Does anyone know where a brother mute button is?
I was also explaining to him how the letters that Paul wrote had to be read in context of the real letters being sent to real churches. So we don't take them literally for today. We extract information from them, metaphorically. Hey, I was offending you in that conversation, you being women. I took the slings and arrows for you, and this is how you pay me.
If anyone knows where I can buy a brother mute button.
It's called a 45. Aim for the amygdala. If you want me to stop talking.
I can't even. I would go to Ruka says I would go to college, but I don't have the money.
Ruka, actually no. Better not to go to... So figure out what you actually want to do. Take online classes. So like right now I'm taking electrical and coding classes that are free on... Like actual college courses that are free online right now. And then go to a trade school or go to... Like for me, if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to go to...
Life advice from Nora Vanguard.
Right now I'm just working, building up experience. Like real world experience I can actually use.
He's lying. He's playing gacha games.
No, I'm playing golf games at the same time. Like, I can multitask, my dude. But no, don't go to college just for college's sake. Figure out what your game plan is, and then pursue it.
I don't know. Maybe... I do not know. What happened was, I didn't finish...
Like, for me, like, if I went to college right after I got graduated, I would have been saddled with a bunch of debt, and I don't think I would have been had a job in coding. Because during that time it was very packed and there wasn't enough room for people. So I would have had a lot of debt. I spent my last few years working at a store and rising up in that store. So when I do transfer, I'll have more leverage.
He's a manager now, folks.
Well, I'm a manager for a sub-department. I still have many managers above me. And I manage her name only right now because I have no one below me, so I'm not managing anybody but myself. Because I was the last person in that department. Because my manager got transferred. But no, it's good to have a game plan and not just rush into a major financial decision. Maybe if you're talking about community college where it's significantly cheaper, then there's always that as well. But yeah, have some kind of, especially because so much information is free now on the internet. Like I said, there is 30-hour-long YouTube videos that are full college courses. So
yeah, I do have to admit, the people who invented college probably would have not sold it so much if they knew that all the information in it would soon be free.
Well, no. What happened was the government allowed student loans to be given to anybody with no security. So because of that, colleges being greedy,
maybe I should turn off.
And being supremely scummy, decided to jack up the prices. It's the same thing with American healthcare because the people are separated from the costs that they are paying. They're able to jack the prices.
No one wants to hear about college prices.
So that's why most college prices are super expensive outside of community colleges because of the fact that the government forces companies to pay for it, so they can charge whatever they want to. It's the same thing with hospitals. Hospitals can charge $30 for a single aspirin pill because your insurance company is paying for it. That's why when you do go to the hospital, it's good to get an itemized list and demand market price values.
Nobody definitely wants to hear
I'm giving you good advice. Like I said, if you're going to the hospital, demand an itemized list of everything you paid for, and demand market price values. They're price gouging you, and that's not okay. Financial advice with Nora.
You done?
More or less. I'm hungry. I need to get something to eat before I go to work.
Good. He's going, folks. Say goodbye.
See. Lydia gets in.
Okay. Let's see. Like I said, I'm just gonna finish up this base coloring, and then I will be done. And then, if you want to see the rest of this drawing, without my brother's annoying presence.
Last thing, I still cannot wait for Missing Link to come out and hopefully get a PC port.
No one definitely cares about that. No one definitely cares about that.
There has to be at least one Kingdom Hearts fan in your live stream.
No, they don't care about your gaming schedule. Was my pet peeve of how she's got this pretty black dress with white and stuff like that, and then her bonnet's just gray. Like, what the heck?
They're trying to be tricolor.
I hate gray.
Actually, it would have been really good if the bonnet... No, white bonnet would look bad. I was going to say, like, if the bonnet reflected her mood, like, it started out gray and then became white, but, like, a white bonnet would look weird. It would work better with the ribbon turning from gray to white.
They didn't make gradients back then as much.
No, I mean, so, like, in the Silent Hill movie, which has a water problem, but is one thing that has really fun, is the main woman, her outfit starts out as white, but by the time the end of the movie is over, it's red.
Yes, laughing is very good for the soul, Ruka.
So, now that they're doing a gradient, first of all, they could do a gradient. They had the technology. It could be done.
In the 1800s?
Oh, I'm talking about animation-wise.
No.
Yeah, they could do, it's expensive, but they could.
Yeah, because Victorique's fashion is a little bit of a century behind.
That's Chinese.
Not a full century.
Chinese,
probably about 50 years behind.
Some Chinese fabric had gradients to it.
I'm not saying it was impossible. I just didn't see it that much.
You have to dye a gradient.
Especially in Europe.
You have to dye a gradient into something. But I was talking about it as each episode goes on. It goes from a very dull gray to brighter and brighter. For the final episode, it's pure white.
What do you want her dress to be? A mood ring?
No. Her ribbon. Oh. Look, you're saying that her bonnet was gray, and I'm trying to figure out, like, oh, gray, like her life was. But I'm like, you can't make a white bonnet because that looks weird.
You can make white bonnets.
No, on her outfit, I feel like a white bonnet would look weird on her. But her ribbon's basically white, so I'm saying it start out with an ugly gray ribbon, and then as the series goes on, make that ribbon get whiter and whiter. Even as the ribbon turned black when she got kidnapped in that one episode.
There we go.
Like, it's something you don't need to explain. It's just something that happens in the background. Like I said, Silent Hill shirt was a fun little detail in the background of the movie. Like,
I've never played Silent Hill.
The major problem with that movie was that the producer kept on getting involved. They changed the protagonist from a father to a mother because they didn't think a father would be that gung-ho rescuing his child. But then they wanted more male presence in the film, so they added an entire subplot with Sean Bean.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's like, they had nobody who was a father there?
Well, the main character of the first game was a father.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like, so you had no one who was a father on set. It's like, hey, would you save your child if they were in danger? No one to ask that question?
But yeah, they also changed a really interesting cult, which was based around Native American, mixed with, like Nazism. Which is something I have not seen combined before. It was more Aztec than Native American, to be precise. So more Central American. And it's a really interesting cult, like the way their religion worked. But then they did change it to a bunch of puritanical, anti-witch people. And I'm like, they were going to summon their god into the world. They weren't. anti-magic. They were pro-magic. They were killing the people who were anti-magic. They also cut out the drug ring subplot. That was very crucial.
D. Wolfie says, what a long tangent about a freaking ribbon.
Yes,
Right, Kitty says, Victorique is entering in...
Have you seen...
To color. Oh my goodness.
If you go onto my... If you've ever been to my... I know highly that you would. I don't recommend it. It's a hazardous zone. On my channel, the stuff that me and Meritusheep do, it's nothing but tangents. Long, dumb, drawn-out tangents.
Yes. Yes, it is. I ended up making
in our first recording of the Star Wars Episode 3 commentary track that's the lost by accident.
Oh,
we went on an entire tirade making fun of both Manosphere and far left feminism at the same time. And how both parties are basically the same group.
Yeah.
And we were doing that during the best fight in the entire series. Anakin versus Obi-Wan. Both second best fight. I still think the Darth Maul one has a little more energy too. It's quicker. I'm not looking at my phone. The chat, so I have no idea what's going on.
I'm guessing the person who just showed up is from your Discord.
Let me see. Yeah.
Oh. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
Hello, people from Nora Vanguard's Discord.
I swear I think he might be a woman. But I can't guarantee. But I don't remember there's no woman online. So there used to be several women in the Discord, but then they all left. One had to leave because she was having a baby and she had some medical problems. And the other one I call her, so she's...
You're talking about a real person!
No, I'm saying it. No, she was really cool.
I'm not talking about...
Me and her talked about architecture a lot. We both liked old buildings, so we would talk about them.
I have so much fun drawing frills and ribbons and stuff. They're so much fun. Yes, but to finish what Riot Kitty was saying, Victorique's entire thing is she gets into color. She starts wearing more colorful dresses. She gets rid of her black dress later on. She starts wearing blues and pinks and raspberry color. And it's like, and then when she is kidnapped, she's back in black again.
Oh, so does do that. Like I said, it's been forever since I've seen the show, so I don't remember what.
I need to rewatch it.
Like I said, I don't remember.
I'm gonna rewatch it around Christmas time because Christmas time.
Yeah, follow Lydia's advice.
But my breathing is from him. It's not. It's me huffing in rage.
After Thanksgiving's over, we need to do a Lemon Drop Kid review.
Yeah, sure. Why not? That one will be. What could possibly go wrong with that?
Short film, and I love it.
No, yeah, I do like the Lemon Drop Kid too. D. Woofy says totally not.
I don't believe you.
I want to dress up Riot Kitty in some fancy clothes like back in the 1800s, Saruka. I hope for one day GOSICK Red to be adapted into a movie sometime. That would be fun. I wish they would continue. Only fancy people drink tea, says Saruka. Well, my brother drinks tea, so take that as you will.
I'm like a redneck. I'm like a diet redneck.
You don't drink iced tea, though.
I'm a hooser. Yeah, I don't drink,
You drink fancy teas.
No, Kentucky will kill me, but I don't drink, I don't drink sweet tea, cold sweet tea. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to cut out my sugar.
You don't drink iced tea.
It's iced tea when I leave it on the counter for like an hour.
No, it's not. It's warm tea. It doesn't magically materialize ice in it just because you leave it out.
I have left tea out for a long time and still drink it.
That doesn't mean it's gonna get cold unless you leave it outside in the freezing cold.
It gets.
You don't know how physics work?
Well, yeah, I know. Sometimes it gets cold next to the window.
Wait. Oh my god, is there anything?
Yeah, no.
Anyway. My offense says I enjoy good taste debate about iced tea. I hate tea. I wish I liked tea, but I don't like tea. America says my wisdom teeth. I had my wisdom teeth come out already. Yeah. Okay, there we go. You'd think it wouldn't take me this long to color Victorique's outfit, because it's pretty much all just free colors, but it does. I wish I had more, like, gothic music that would fit the setting, but I don't, sadly. Oh wait, I made the wrong color! I made it the wrong color! I made it the wrong color! Okay, I need to fix that. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. Almost. Ruka says, be fancy or else hashtag drink tea. Like I said, I just don't like the taste of tea. And actually, because of my dietary needs, I can't actually drink a lot of it now anyway. So, that's one thing. But I wish I did like tea. Tea is one of those things I've always wished I liked. D-Liffy says, I have no stakes in this tea thingy. Coffee, however. Black and strong. Coffee's from the devil! Coffee's evil.
Yeah, I know. I think who's that? I can tell you're doing a Discord notification and a YouTube notification. Well, it's helpful in working on like, okay, there's not someone messaging that you don't not messaging me.
Yeah, like I said, coffee, I'm sorry anybody who likes coffee, but, it's gross and disgusting. Tea I will defend, because tea is classical and pretty, but coffee is not. Oops, I used the wrong pen. D-Woofy says, the devil, oh, well, he does host the best BQs, though. Yakuma says agree. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know how Satan's barbecue could be good. It would taste like sulfur. Anyway, we're...
I'm going. I am about to make coffee. Well, I want some. Good.
Oh yeah, that's right. All my siblings like coffee. I'm the only one who doesn't. So I think I just committed a violence in my household. My mom can't drink coffee, so I don't know what she thinks about it, but everyone else likes coffee in my household. Oh no. No. More people are checking.
Oh, something good happened.
Darf Like Music says, I joined the stream in a meeting to hear your coffee slander. How could you? FBI Special Agent Dale Cooper would be ashamed. Well, he's a Fed, and his opinion doesn't matter. Feds do not matter. Fed opinions do not matter.
Oh yeah. I need to finish Twin Peaks. That's a great series. It's one of the funniest series I've ever watched.
Oh, that's what that's from? I've never watched.
Yeah.
I never watched Twin Peaks. I have no idea who I'm talking about. Coffee is for weak people because I have energy.
Oh, I don't have energy. Coffee doesn't give me energy.
It's fine. That's a good thing. More people. Yeah.
Coffee doesn't give me energy.
I do have to admit, I'm actually not that more people are coming. I'm actually not that ashamed now that I'm going a little bit longer.
Oh, I posted it in Discord. I posted that and I posted the clip of me harassing you.
Bless you.
Well, because like I had a really fun time playing Facade with boys.
Raikity says, dang, Ririka's like, coffee's for the weak. I don't think it's for the weak, I just think it's for people who have no taste buds.
Oh yeah, I mean, percolate your coffee like some monster back in the 50s, before Mr. Coffee saved America, with the help of Joe DiMaggio.
Well, I don't drink coffee.
Percolator just kill all flavor in coffee because it boils it. The fact that they still sell those is weird. Like, who on earth wants to, like, if you want to wait, like, if you don't care about time, make pour over.
Fantasy says, I do have energy too, but I can't resist caramel coffee. That sounds good. I have had coffee a little bit. Now,
it tastes really good is making coffee and then putting, like, some really dark chocolate in it. Trader Joe's every Christmas has passport chocolate with the chocolate from different reasons. And I'll put like a chunk of it into my coffee.
Is Trader Joe's outside of our state?
Trader Joe's everywhere. Trader Joe's is started from California.
Well, I don't know that. I don't know what's in and what's not in our state. I had a weird dream that Toys R Us came back.
That's weird.
Well, no, it is actually coming back in a few locations, so it wasn't completely out of nowhere.
The one that they brought back in New York was garbage. The store does not understand kids at all. It's like, oh, you look around and then you order what you want, and it'll be shipped to you. I'm like, what kid wants that? Kid wants No, they want it now. Like they come to the store, they see what they want, and then they want to be handed it then.
When we
like,
back
this isn't like a self-entitlement. This isn't like a child being self-entitled. It's just a fact of basic child psychology. Kids don't
Kids don't.
I'm going to the store just to get it to come to my house. Then why did I stay home and look on the internet?
Yeah. The adventures we had at the Toys R Us toy store when we were younger was fun.
No. We would spend hours there because our mom would spend hours shopping at a different store. So then our dad would take us to Toys R Us right next door.
And you could play around with the bikes. You could ride around the store as long as you didn't hit.
In the bike section.
In the bike section, just in the bike section, as long as you didn't hit anybody. We never hit anybody. Well, I think I ran into someone once.
But they were also on a bike. You were the kid. But no, I just spent time in the Lego section just drooling. That or the video game section.
I like the science section.
Oh yeah, that was right next to the Lego section.
May Fantasy says, I love sweet stuff. And then D Woofy says, take a piece of the chocolate in your mouth, drink coffee, enter Nirvana.
Yeah, coffee and chocolate.
Darf's music says, they still have Toys R Us in Japan. I found one when I went in May, and they gave me the biggest nostalgia trip there. Oh, well, that makes sense. Japan.
Oh, when you first said they give you the biggest, I was like, oh, this is a Christian stream. Don't go there, Darf.
What? This is actually my favorite cover of Beneath the Mask.
We're talking about nostalgia, we're talking about chocolate, we're talking about art, we're talking about, like, we're so fucking wholesome here, versus...
Whatever the flying flippy thought Darf was talking about.
No, I'm just... No, I tease him, I bully him all the time. He's a little baby, so am I right?
Yeah.
He's only 19.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, he's 19. He's a cool dude for 19.
I feel Nora's going to die today. Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
Oh, I said it every morning. I'm like, Lord, I'm not dead yet, so you must have something. There must be something you want me to do. And
Well,
then I die a bit more inside.
I do hate to bring it to you, Mayu, but he's already dead. He died a long time ago.
I'm a corpse. I'm being puppeted around by invisible little golems.
Why Gollum?
I was gonna say ghouls, and then I was like, ooh, maybe a golem. And I split the difference and I went to Lord of the Rings.
Put it back in the box, Nora. Says Darf.
Oh.
Everyone gets bullied in Talser.
Oh yeah, everybody in Tal server, I harass.
I don't want to know what you guys do in there. Your Discord sounds freaky.
Oh, it is. Like I said, I get bullied. I bully, we bully, I bully, we all bully. It's fun. We have fun. Like I said, I'm just giving your stream a taste of my side of the internet.
My
I'm
stream...
gonna go in a minute. Like I said,
No, it's fine as long as you don't go into the dark area.
No, I'm not gonna go into any. I'm not gonna go into anything political. I'm not gonna go into anything socioeconomic. I'm not gonna go into anything. Like I'm not gonna.
Okay, shut up. No one cares.
I'm not gonna talk about Waco for the 15th time. I'm not gonna talk about how the ADL needs, not the ADL, the ADF needs to be abolished.
You shut up.
Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms to be a store, not a government agency. And I don't smoke.
He does want an Evangelion lighter, though.
Oh, I went to the place where I got my where I got my lighter, and I asked him, hey, since you directly contact the manufacturer, or that you have direct contact with someone in the supply chain, can you see if there's any more of the Evangelion ones left? And he said he'll look into it.
There are. I looked them up myself.
No, I mean, does he have access to any of them?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying is
I'm not spending. I like lighters. I've always liked lighters ever since I was a little kid.
He's liked fire ever since he's a little kid.
I'm not spending $100 on a lighter. Like, that is a bad financial decision. And I would never forgive myself for it, even if it's the employee of the month lighter, or employee of the year, whatever it was.
Erica says my friends tease me all the time. Well, that's what friends are for. If you can't tease with your friends, then...
I accused my real-life friend, my first real-life friend, of having a foot fetish relentlessly for like a few months.
Okay, shut up.
It got to the point where he's like, I don't have a foot fetish. And I'm like, I always knew you did. I just kept on teasing you about it. His favorite, well, that's because he bought Garden of Words. How can you not tease somebody for that?
Garden of Words is
very pretty film, but it's a foot fetish film. It's also a pop figure teaser film. So Persona fans dream.
They really do make Ava everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
you could live off of Ava Mercs if you live in Japan.
It'd be easier to live off of
Hey, Darf. Watch Ava. Enough of this. Oh, Darling the Frank is so great. Watch Ava.
Darling the Frank is cool.
Yeah, you and Darf can be very happy about how good Darling the Frank is.
I don't think it's good, per se. I mean, I don't think it's the best, but I think it's okay. I watched Darling in the Frank after it already ended.
I watched it after.
So, because of that, I wasn't as mad.
I watched it early on. I think it was on episode 4 when I started.
Right? Kitty just says, I just go, since I don't watch Ava. Ava is a Neon Genesis Evangelion. Yes, Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's not my favorite anime, but my brother worships it.
I have a project in the works for the last 2 years on and off because I'm very lazy, and I just don't like using Lightworks anymore now that I switched to DaVinci.
Yeah, he's like me. I kept on telling him to use DaVinci, it's so good, and he's just like, nah, I use Lightworks, and now he won't use it. Now he won't touch Lightworks anymore.
And to get back to it, it's a project I'm working on for an online friend of mine, and I've been working on it on and off.
That online friend will be dead by the time you finish it.
Please don't say that. I thought he's going to genuinely fear that he might quit YouTube before I finish. I honestly, because there was a time when he wasn't doing anything, no live stream, no videos. I'm like, oh, please tell me he's not dead. Cause if he died, that's just tragic.
No, yeah, that is tragic.
Both because the fact, tragic in the fact that it's a human life.
Well, yeah.
But also tragic in the fact that, I failed.
That's all you care about.
My goal was to get, cause I thought I like his stuff, so like, oh, I might as well make this project. But the project spiraled out of control and got, like, this is called, like, they talk about development bloat. This is development bloat. I've experienced it in real life, which means now when I do another project, I will know how to avoid development bloat.
If anyone's having fun here who doesn't follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you can follow me on there. And I will let you guys know then the next time I have a stream so we can do this again.
I can't guarantee I'll be here. Because next week, if you're doing it next Saturday, I'll
No, I'm not going to be doing a stream. It probably won't be until next year.
Yeah.
Because I have other things that I need to do, and these streams take some time. I just did it with this one. The only reason why I ended up doing it this time is because I had this GOSICK sketch already sketched out. And I wanted to actually do a stream one other time, but I had nothing drawn. Except for things half drawn. But this was perfect because I had the sketch, so that's why I did it. And I was just going to do Victorique's line art, but then I started doing... I realized I had to finish Kujo. Shinji be like, mood is constantly... I can't see because of the hearts.
Consistently low.
Yeah, consistently low.
Well, no, yeah. Shinji is a depressive loser, like I said. That's what makes him interesting. The fact that no matter how depressed he was, he kept on fighting. He kept on fighting until all the angels. So that's the thing.
No one bring up Evangelion. He comes up on tangents.
Cal goes on stream and like, oh, Shinji was actively stopping conflict from actively stopping the plot from happening. No, he does one mission, gets chewed out for it. So he's like, well, if you don't want me, I'm leaving. Comes back after gets the conversation with Kazuki about how he actually did save people, and the person who criticized him was admitted that he was in the wrong. Then he is consistently piling Avas. He is happy for a few episodes until Asuka comes in and moves in. Then he continues to keep on fighting.
To be fair, I would be happy if I had to live with Asuka either.
Then learns how to deal with Asuka and continues to fight and be happy while fighting. To the point where he gets so cocky that he ends up getting trapped in the episode 16, Splitting of the Breast. Where he gets trapped in one of the angels for like 17 hours.
What happened to this being a Christian?
What does a very... No, it's an actual real life term. The splitting of the breast is when the child is weaned off the mother.
Okay, stop it. Stop.
It's a real life development milestone in the psychology. Then he is trapped like 17 hours in an angel, which really did cell shock him. Then, so he's just chilling for the next few episodes, and then he is forced to brutalize Koji, which then makes him like, you have a dummy plug system, you don't need me anymore, because the dummy plug can pilot Avas versus humans. So he leaves like, well, you don't need me. And then he comes back when he realizes the dummy plug, he basically comes back when he finds out the dummy plug system has stopped working, and when he's actually told the consequences of what's going to happen. Because he's never truly told what exactly will happen. He's told that they are, he's only told in vague terms. Then he comes back, kills all the angels, kills his only friend left with Karu.
Don't you cry for me.
I know the entire lyrics. I know the original lyrics to that song. The OG lyrics. Don't at me, girl.
I'm not, right? Kitty says, I'm not into mecha anime from the 90% of the time, so I never watch it. Yeah, I'm not into mecha anime either.
And then all the only ones with me, finally he's able to quit. By the time the end of Ava starts, he is not, he's not, he doesn't think
the only mecha anime I've watched is Evangelion, Darling in the Franxx, and I'll Know Zero, which that one will forever be my, that will forever be...
Code Geass is technically a mecha.
Oh yeah, I've watched Code Geass. Yeah, I've watched Code Geass.
Code Geass fell apart in season 2.
Shh. There are people here who like Code Geass.
I enjoyed season 2, but it fell apart. I can acknowledge something bad and still enjoy it.
Anyway. Yeah, Code Geass. I watched Code Geass. I forget the one that one's a mecha. But I watched Code Geass, I watched Darling in the Franxx, and I watched I'll Know. I'll Know will forever be my... It's the child that has learning disability that I will always be happy about. That's what I'll Know is. It's a little slow.
In the head.
Woof, no. At least my dog isn't barking this time like they were last time.
Calm down. But yeah, no, Darth, if you want a more energetic Shinji, watch the Rebuild movies. All the characters in the Rebuilds are given different personalities. So Asuka has less...
Don't watch the Rebuild movies, Darth.
Asuka has a different origin, so she has less trauma. Rei is more forward, and Shinji is more gung-ho. If you want to see what a gung-ho man is like in that world, you get the ending of episode number 2.
You want to see a real man?
Yeah, Big O's a mecha. I just never got around to. I haven't finished Big O yet, though. Big O is definitely mecha.
I don't know what Big O is.
Big O was a love letter to anime series and film noir, but a mecha made in Japan.
Oh.
The problem was it was more popular.
It's always weird when
it was more popular in America than it was in Japan. So for season 2, they decided to add lip syncing because that's what the American audience really liked the show for, was lip syncing.
No.
But they added lip sync with that.
I actually put the code
budget.
on the wrong layer.
The thing is, though, they added lip syncing to the Japanese audio. So even so, the
Code
English one was out
Geass
of
is
sync.
met for S tier anime, and Wolfie says dog.
Yeah, no. So they added lip syncing to season 2 for the Japanese audio. So even the market you were trying to appeal to was been English speakers who, for some reason, needed lip syncing, even though they were enjoying the show without lip syncing.
He's going on his tangents again, folks.
It still didn't work because they were now lip synced to the wrong language. Like, the things that Adult Swim does makes no sense. They actively hate their use. Like, they'll make some of the greatest shows ever, and they also actively seem to hate their fan base.
Everyone's talking about Big O. I have no idea what Big O is.
Well, I need to finish it. It's been years since I've watched.
I keep making the wrong.
Episodes, and it's been so long I forget them.
Okay. We are
Here. I'll bring the conversation back into a more womanly topic. Let's talk about true crime. I know you ladies love true crime. I saw this really funny clip where these two guys on a podcast were convincing this one woman that Five Nights at Freddy's was based off a real event. And then she's like, oh, it's
That's mean. That's mean.
No. She's like, yeah. And then, like, she perks up when she hears like a true crime story. And she's like, yeah. If you go to YouTube, like a guy named Matthew Patrick, he had documented the entire true crime event.
No.
Like, it was just so funny. I can't wait for
Yes, he is triggered. But no, that's mean. Someone convinced me that the creepypasta based around Alice Human Sacrifice, the Vocaloid song, was real. And then when I found out someone told me that's not real. It's just a creepypasta. I broke inside.
They told her to go look up Matt Pat. They're saying look up Matthew Patrick. So when she looks up Matthew Patrick, she immediately gets game theory. She's gonna know that she got punked. They told her to look it up right then and there. But no, I love you. I know you women love true crime. You can't get enough of it.
Right, Kitty says Code Geass fails at basic storytelling because most of the scenes are filled with inconsistencies. I'm mixed on Code Geass. I do like some parts a lot, and then other parts I don't. It used to be on my top 10. Now that I've seen more animes, I don't think it is anymore on that, but I still did enjoy it when I rewatched it. I haven't watched the movies.
That stuff with the Chinese prince that gets the rope.
Yeah, that's where
I'll be right back.
Right, Kitty says, I realized Shaman King is also in 2024, and I forgot Ren canonically is screwed a homicidal lolly nun. That was so out of pocket. Right, Kitty says, I didn't even say anything about Code Geass. Yeah, I don't know why. Ruka brought up Code Geass to you, right, Kitty? Anyway. We're coming to the home stretch, guys. Top 20. I don't know what you're referring to. I guess you mean Code Geass is in your top 20? I'm debating on which kind of gray I should do. Probably something a little bit in between. There we go. Nope, a little too brown. Oh, here's what I'm gonna do. Put that, and then there we go. Perfect! Yeah. Yeah, it was mentioned because Mecha was mentioned. And there's the static again. I don't know. Sometimes the static comes. And Nora, Vanguard, the one thing he's good at is being a techie. So, he's gone and he can't answer it. But then again, he does nothing right. He can't do anything right. Okay. Oh, he left his phone down here. I should hide it. I would if he wasn't going to work. But since he's going to work, I don't want him to be late because of me. Gundam Wing was the first anime I watched back in '98. I've never watched Gundam Wing. Never watched any Gundam. Using watercolors when you get the... I can't see because the hearts and logos in the way. Oh, wait. No, wait. Yeah. I'm doing his tie now. After me a savior. I've never watched Ancient Magic Bride. I just like this song a lot. Okay. I'm gonna make his hair a little bit blacker than it is. Cause if it's black, it should be black. Is that so hard to say, people? I'm just saying is you don't have the right to pretend that your hair is black. But, I mean, as far as mecha animes go, I mean, Evangelion's cool. The problems that I have with Evangelion are not it being a mecha anime. The problems are the fact that it's Evangelion, so there's a lot of philosophical mumbo-jumbo, humble. But, like I said, my brother likes it, and I think it's cool. And I mean, it's not bad. Using watercolors when you get the shade of coloring wrong. F. It's we roll. Yeah. And then Riot Kitty says, well, whenever I think the only mecha anime I've watched is Darling the Franken Code, yes, and Gurren Lagann. Yep, those are all mecha. Which genius at Google who decided to place the heart on the top of the box chat? I don't know. I have to use my cell phone because I don't have two monitors. So I I gotta use my cell phone for, to see the chat. Luckily, I got a cell phone stand, so that helps. Okay, entering the finishing stretch, folks! Oops, a little bit of skin. Google apparently, Gurren Lagann is pretty cool, says Rika. Riot Kitty says, Google apparently thinks if there's a robot in an anime, that means it's mecha. Nier and Vivi were also in the search results. Man, I completely forgot about Vivi. I only know about Vivi because I was looking up pictures of eyes, and Vivi got recommended to me. Not recommended, but it came up in the results of characters with unique eyes. So that's how I know about Vivi. But no, I would not... Nora Vanguard isn't here and he doesn't have his cell phone, but I wouldn't consider Nier Automata mecha. Home stretch. Whoa, yep, so we're in the home stretch. I missed the DAO series. I don't know what that is. The special banner is making the search bar disappear on mobile. Who coded Google in this way? On Mecha, all I was thinking was Metal Panic. Whites? I'm almost done with my precious Kujo. My Kujo bear. There's a dog. His name is Kujo. I heard he's violent. That is not this Kujo. But because of that, I can never name any pet Kujo. I wanted a hamster. I can't get a hamster because we got dogs. Sadly, my mom says no. But I wanted to name the dog. If it was a girl hamster, I wanted to name it Kasumi from Persona 5. And if it was a boy, I wanted to name it Ren from Persona 5. And my mom's like, we can't have animals like that named in this house. It doesn't fit with the theme. Oh, hello! Hello! I've never watched Full Metal Panic. I've seen clips of it, though. Yes, welcome to the sheep gang. You are all my sheep, and I am the shepherd who's also a sheep. I'm so excited people showed up.
Dark still in chat?
Yeah, he's still in chat. Anyway, before you go saying anything to Darp, is Nier Automata a mecha anime?
No.
Well, it was in the suggestions.
Well, because, okay, let's see. No, they fight giant robots, but they don't pilot giant robots.
No, I don't think it's.
Like, I don't count 9S taking control of one of the giant Goliath class machines and fighting another giant class Goliath class machine with it as a mecha.
Oh, I actually made the colors disappear. There we go. And that's how you do it, folks. That's how you do it. Has anyone listened to the new album, The Maybe Man? No, I have not.
That all the androids
have
little people inside piloting with little.
Just train hamsters to ride dogs. No, my dogs would eat hamsters. And Raiki says, I only know Vivi because I saw an AMV of it. And Diego Ellis says, has anyone listened to the AGR album? No, The Maybe Man. No. This is a sheep pen. Oh, free dinner. No, you can't eat the sheeps. I'm the only one who can eat the sheeps. I'm the only one who can eat the sheeps. I've actually never had mutton. I want to have mutton. Okay. And then line art V. Okay, sit on that, and then we're gonna see what else I got. If there's anything else I could do just before I close this up, but I have been going a long time, since 6 pretty much. Okay. So yeah, basically, what I'm gonna be doing next, it will not be on live stream, though it will be in the yes, that counts as cannibalism. Yes, I know. I'm a cannibalistic sheep. Anyway, I'm not going to be doing this on speedpaint. I'm not going to do this on live stream because I need to think and concentrate for this. But basically what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to be putting some plants here and the library background and then some books and stuff. And then there's just a whole bunch of stuff floating around that's themed around the anime of GOSICK. And outside of that, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I had so much fun. I can't believe so many.
I had a lot of fun tormenting her.
I had a lovely time, and I am glad my annoying brother showed up. It was a little bit more fun, a little bit more loud.
Oh, every stream needs a little bit of retardation added to it. Just to spice things up.
Anyway, I had a lot of fun. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Also, Mercy texted me. She talked about it. We're going to do a live stream of Life is Strange.
No.
The 2.
No. No.
One with the Mexican superpowered murderer.
Oh, thank you so much for subscribing! Okay, anyway, that's what I said. If you want to see the finish of this artwork, stay tuned for the speed paint. And until then, I will not probably be back with another stream until sometime maybe next year or maybe in December. I don't know. It depends on when I get some free time.
Before the storm.
I had a lot of fun, and I'm so glad everyone came to show up. It means a lot. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Oh, hi, Yukumo.